Hello everybody, welcome back. It's DLC time. Sorry this took such a long ass time to get around to. Had some other obligations to take care of, but hey, it's fine. Look, everything's okay. Actually, yeah, not load. Let's go to the menu. Okay. Yes, yes. There we go. Start playing from here. Alright, Turnabout Time Traveler. I've heard some things about this case, but not much. So we'll see how I like it.
I'm not completely heartless.
Okay.
The time machine you cherish so much overboard with you.
Please take me back to that blissful moment.
Uh-huh. I'm not completely heartless, says a guy who is, like, menacingly staring into your eyes as if he is a ghoul.
It's almost time for the reception, milady. It actually really worked.
Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway. Back to the old grind. Okay, let me make sure I've got all this straight. When your magic panties appear, I do a backflip into a handstand, then blow out the candle? No, Athena, you've got it all wrong. You do a backflip through the ring of fire while holding the candle in your mouth. There's no way I'll ever be able to do that. Sure you can. I believe in you, Athena.
Trucy, what are you and Athena up to?
Athena's agreed to be a part-time performer in my magic show. I couldn't say no to some extra cash, but I probably should have thought it through first. And now it's human cannonball this, guillotine that. It's not like I have 9 lives, you know.
You made your bed, Athena. Now you've got to lie in it.
Oh, I'm too young to be taking out a life insurance policy.
My name's Phoenix Wright. I'm the head of this law office. And since when did you... Oh, wait.
And since when did you become the head of this office, Daddy?
That was a really good impression of me, Trucy.
Thanks. I've been practicing. I mean, who exactly does all the cleaning, accounting, and scheduling around here, huh?
You got me there, Trucy. This is Trucy Wright. She's my adopted daughter, and a magician.
And I'm Athena Sykes.
Nobody asked you.
Hey! You have to let me do anything in this game! The rising star of the Write Anything Agency.
Or rather, the rising star assistant to Trucy, you mean.
If I don't get back into a courtroom soon, I'm going to forget everything I ever learned. What's your opinion on the 3D models versus the sprites? I generally prefer the sprite style, but I'm just an old head that likes my Nintendo DS, so, you know, take whatever I say with a grain of salt in that regard. I think the 3D models look fine, like, they look good. I think they're generally well animated and stylized. Something about that sprite work, you know?
Speaking of the courtroom, we haven't exactly had any clients lately, have we? Business is slow. Oh, is this... I don't know. Wait. Business is as slow as ever, huh, Nick? Bet you made more money back when you played the piano.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is one thing that actually was kind of spoiled for me. I already knew that Larry was going to be in this case. I saw him in the little animated scene as well, so...
But, yo, long time no see! Larry? I haven't seen you in years! What brings you here all of a sudden? Some big news, that's what. Okay.
Who's this guy, boss?
This is Larry Butts. He's, well, let's just say he's an old friend of mine.
Party and Joker with the 5. This DLC does follow the themes of the previous cases, but it becomes very obvious that Apollo has already left within minutes.
So, Larry, what's so big that you had to come and tell me in person? There's somebody I want you to meet. Hey, you can come in now.
Alright. Who? Oh, you. Okay.
how do you do?
Hi?
That dress! Is that a wedding dress? Yes, it is. My name is Ellen Wyatt. I'm a domestic servant, a maid of the Sprocket household.
Sprocket? As in Sprocket Aviation?
Yes, that's the one.
Wow, Mr. Wright. Sprocket Aviation's a really big airline company. You've heard of Rainbow Airlines, right? The one they call RAL for short?
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Well, it's run by Sprocket Aviation.
I see. But what is a Sprocket family maid doing here in a wedding dress? So actually, we've decided to get married.
You what?
I'm not so young anymore, you know? I figured it's time to finally settle down.
What?
You're getting married? No way. I don't believe it. Besides,
She's too good for you. The thing that he wants to say but can't.
why would someone as well put together as her choose someone as flaky as Larry? You're kidding, right? Jealous? I don't blame you, but greed's really not your killer, you know. Alright, Larry. Lay it on me.
Rebellion Spark 128 with the 5. The most interesting thing is the implication Larry knew about Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, they're like really close friends. I would imagine so. Time gets away from you sometimes, so I understand why it's like, you know, I haven't visited in a long time, but I would imagine he'd be kept abreast of the status of Phoenix at least, especially with so many people talking about Phoenix in general around that time too. Or at least around the time of his disbarment anyway.
In all seriousness, Larry, are you really getting married? Not right away, but that's the plan. We're gonna elope, see? Like, live on the run, I guess you could say. Isn't that right, Ellie?
Blink twice if you're in danger?
Larry, I do believe there's been a major misunderstanding here. My heart already belongs to another.
Hmm?
I'm in love with Soren. Not you.
What? Say what? That's about what I thought. But Ellie, baby, weren't you running away with me so we could get married?
As I said, you misunderstand. You said you'd help me escape. That's the only reason I ran away with you.
This is not happening! I even shook off the police for you! And for what? That's it! If we can't be together, my life is over! I'm gonna end it all!
Wait, back up. Did you say you shook off the police?
Yes! We had to, because we're lovers on the lam!
Sorry, Miss Wyatt, but can you maybe fill me in on what's going on?
To tell the truth, I'm being pursued by the police as a murder suspect.
Murder? They think you killed somebody?
I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell onto me. They had me confined in a separate room, and that's when Larry came along and helped me escape.
No, I'm sorry, but what?
Oh, Nick! Me and Ellie were gonna elope! We were gonna put it all on the line for true love! But the police tried to stop us, so we had to scramble to shake them off. Where did it all go wrong? I feel a migraine coming on.
Shocks, 45 with the 10. Hello, usually a VOD head, but I'm able to lurk today. Been enjoying your recent AA and OTD playthroughs. Have fun with this DLC case. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And welcome to watching live.
Please help me. The police are sure to be intensifying their search. Look, it's even on TV.
More news on the murder suspect and an unidentified man on the run from the police. A photo of the suspect, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has just been released by the police. Sources say that the 21-year-old is suspected of clubbing the victim. 25-year-old Dumas Gloomsbury to death in the wedding reception hall after her banquet. The two fugitives are said to be highly agitated and dangerous. If you see them...
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, brother.
I guess this means we're technically harboring a pair of fugitives here, huh?
Oh, Nick, what's he gonna do? Ellie dumped me hardcore. Oh, I'm the one who should be crying. Haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been all this time? You mean you don't know? You've really got to stop living under a rock and get out more. I'm the hippest, hottest picture book author in the business. Maurice Donham. I can't believe you didn't know that I'm taking the picture book world by storm.
Oh, but I know you. You're the one who wrote Franzie's Whippity Whip Trip, right?
Now that you mention it, I think I did hear something about a one-hit wonder.
Well, the smallest Franziska mention in the entire second trilogy. Thank God. Sandwormy with the 5. Missed it live, but your voice acting for last Fate stream legit gave me chills. Good work. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
One-hit wonder? What the heck, Nick? I'll have you know I just created a brand new character to moderate acclaim. He's mildly popular with 18 to 24-year-old women everywhere. Look, you can see his cute self all over this jacket.
Astro Boy with the 5. Nick, they're pursuing Ellie because I gave her a statue of the Thinker. You gotta help me again. If he did this, I have a feeling Nick would just be like, no, leave. Goodbye. Never again. See you later. What? That heart-shaped pork chop?
He's not a pork chop. He's the main character of my latest picture book. A lovable little soul who pierces the heart of lovers with his arrows of amore. Q-Piglet. And you can see this adorable fellow make his debut in Q-Piglet's Lovey-Dovey Lark. In stores now. Are you sure? Because I have never seen that book in stores now or ever. Well, if you ever do see it, do me a favor and buy a copy or 10, will ya? But I thought you were taking the picture book world by storm? Anywho, you'll defend Ellie in court, right, buddy?
Please, I'm begging you. I didn't murder anyone. I swear I'm as clean and pure as this pure white dress.
No psyche locks. Guess that means she's telling the truth.
Cardi and Jacob with the 2. Larry, best author on making fiction on himself. I mean, you know, you gotta start somewhere.
But helping a fugitive on the run? What am I getting myself into?
Connie Paw 94, thank you for renewing your channel membership. And Rebellion Spark with the 5. They really went all out on replicating Larry's 2D sprites into 3D. I was just about to say, like, they actually do a pretty good job of mirroring those. I actually really like the sort of like additional motion that they added to some of those faces, where it's like, if you did it sloppily, it would look a little weird, but I actually think they did a pretty good job keeping it consistent while like stylizing it to the current style.
There's actually one more thing I really need to tell you.
Oh?
You might find this hard to believe, but the truth is, I'm a time traveler.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
After the wedding reception, I was attacked. I was moments away from my death. But then, in that instant, I made a wish upon this pendant around my neck, and I went back in time to just before the reception started. Only this time around, the man who was trying to kill me was already dead. And somehow, I became the suspect for his murder. It's as if history's been rewritten.
Now wait just a minute here. I don't understand. Are you saying that... What's going on?
Mr. Wright! There are police cars outside! Not just one or two, but a whole bunch! Daddy! Whole squad of officers has the building surrounded!
What?
Oh, wait. Hold on. Is it an excuse for my favorite? Hold on just a second.
This is the police. There's no escape. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up.
Nick, what do we do? Heck if I know.
I see a bunch of armed officers out there. 1, 2, 3... 44, 45... Wow, talk about overkill.
Listen here, you criminals. Think about what you're putting your poor parents through. I'm sure this isn't how they raised you. Think about how their smiling Think about their smiling faces and their warm, home-cooked meals. Ah! What the heck are you? A detective? Now hold on there. dangerous! Wait!
Is everyone okay in, who? Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright? Oh, okay, it's just Emma, yeah. I was like, detective, or are they gonna wheel out somebody new, or... Okay, yeah.
Emma?
Sorry for all the commotion.
So what in the world is going on?
Well, I raced on over as soon as I heard that it was Mr. Butts who'd holed himself up in here. With the murder suspect after he made off with her.
And the fleet of patrol cars?
The police are being extra careful. Because apparently a certain somebody yelled out, "Stay back, I have a bomb." I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about.
Well, the police were being so persistent, I had to do something. So I tried bluffing. You know, like you do in court, Nick. Please leave me out of this. I would never tell them that I have a bomb in court, especially on account of the bomb that was in court that one time.
Well, Mr. Wright, I'm bringing this young lady in for questioning. So if you want to talk with her, you'll have to do it down at the detention center.
I suppose I should thank you for your thoughtful gift of trouble and mayhem, Larry. Come on, Nick, we gotta get down to the come on, Nick, we gotta get down to the detention center right away! Listen, Larry, I haven't even decided whether I'm going to take on this case or not. But I know you will, because it's you!
Guess I've got no choice but to tag along and help then. What? And skip out on me? You've only just started practicing your repertoire, you know? Huh?
You'd better stay and practice with Trucy, Athena. Promise is a promise, after all.
That's cold, boss. You gotta get me out of this. I can't take it anymore. Let's get to practicing, Athena. Next up is some training for the water tank escape trick. Stick your head in this bucket of water and hold your breath for 15 minutes. No! Stop, I'm begging you!
And there you go, back in the fridge, Athena. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus, I'm so sad that they keep sidelining the shit out of her.
She's getting away! You get back here, Athena!
Guess the only person cut out to be Trucy's assistant is Apollo. Well, guess we better get to the detention center and ask Miss Wyatt some questions.
Astro Boy with the 5. Nick, I just discovered this neat trick. If you say I have a bomb on a plane, everyone will leave you alone. Wait, why am I being handcuffed? Nick, you gotta help me. They're telling me that I was gonna bomb the plane. I don't know why they thought that. I mean, I told them I had a bomb, but I was lying.
Especially about that whole time-traveling business she was talking about.
Yeah, I have to imagine, like, you hear somebody say, "I'm a time traveler." Just like, oh, okay, so you definitely killed that guy then.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Wyatt, would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Nick's gonna defend you, Ellie. Isn't that great?
Huh.
Oh.
Quick question, guys. So, I just got a new microphone that I'm using on this stream. A plane passed by. Our favorite cameo appearance, the plane. Did any of you hear the plane? Also, Rebellion Spark 128 with the 2, and Polly left his jacket here. Aw, sad.
No. No! You heard no plane! Oh my god! Oh, that's so crazy!
I do actually have to take a second aside real quick to say, whoever sent this mic, by the way, it was on my throne wish list. I barely even remembered that I had a throne, to be honest, because it hasn't been used in so long. But to whoever sent this mic, $350 mic, by the way, completely anonymous person, didn't leave a message on it at all. I just want to say again, thank you so fucking much for that. That was so generous of you. It's a really marked improvement, I think. Like, I've been playing around with it, trying to tweak it or whatever. I could probably get the settings a little bit better, but like, as far as I can tell, it's so much better than the one I was using before this point. I'm really, really happy with it, and I think it's going to be really good for streams moving forward. So thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate it.
Larry, I told you I haven't decided yet.
What? Huh? Huh? Huh?
You're not going to take my case?
I'm never going to be happy!
Miss Wyatt? What the? Did I do something wrong? Miss Wyatt, please, calm down.
I'm innocent, I tell you. But the police won't believe me, and neither will anyone else. I'm gonna die all alone in a jail cell!
All right, I'll do it. I'll take your case. Just please stop crying.
Really? You will?
The fact that Larry was the one who brought you to me had me a little worried, but you don't seem like a killer to me.
Thank you!
Thanks, Nick. I knew you'd come through. Did I really have a choice? I guess not. In any case, it doesn't seem like Miss Wyatt killed anybody. Plus, it's not like I'm up to my ears in work at the moment. Miss Wyatt, Ellen, let's do this. Together.
Thank you, Mr. Right!
There. It's gonna be okay. Now, try to pull yourself together.
Alright, just give me a moment.
Damn, you fix your makeup fast, girl. Teach me your secrets.
I'm truly grateful to you for taking on my defense, Mr. Wright.
Sure, no problem. Wow, she literally pulled herself together. Ellen, please tell me everything you can about the incident.
All right. It happened after the wedding reception. I was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury.
Wasn't Gloomsbury the name of the victim in that news report? Maybe I should listen to what she has to say first, though, before I start asking questions. How dare that guy lay a hand on someone else's blushing bride? What a creep! That's rich coming from you. And do you have any idea why he'd attack you?
No, but...
But what?
Well, to tell the truth, Mr. Gloomsbury didn't seem very happy about me getting married.
Jeez, jealous much? What a loser.
Mr. Gloomsbury had forced me onto the Vista deck and was going to push me off. Oh, how frightening it all was. I was just about to lose my life, on what should have been the happiest day of my life. So that's why I made a wish upon this pendant.
That pendant?
Yes, it was a gift from my husband-to-be, Soren. He said it's a symbol of our love.
And so you made a wish on it?
Now, you may think what I'm about to say is very strange, but... I begged the pendant, please, take me back. Back to that blissful moment. And you know what? It worked. It brought me back to just before the reception started.
So that's the time-traveling thing you mentioned back at my office? I'm sorry, but I have to say, it's pretty unbelievable. Nick, you've seen, like, ghosts and shit before, right? Yeah, but don't tell her that. You gotta maintain some skepticism, you know? I don't know that you do. Okay, you know.
Unbelievable! I knew you'd never believe me!
Nick. Ellie here's an honest-to-goodness time traveler. Don't you believe your own client? The magic of that pendant sent her back in time before the creep could kill her. Sure, Larry, sure.
But it's really true, I tell you! This pendant is an important part of the time machine Soren made. I begged it for help, but it really did send me back in time.
Is she listening to herself?
I even experienced the reception again, even though we'd already held it once before. And during it, everyone there acted as if nothing unusual was happening at all.
Could you not cook while we're talking, please? Alright, so, when and how did you come under suspicion for murder?
Well, after the reception ended, the second reception, I mean, I went back to the reception hall and started cleaning up the place by myself.
No, hold on. Cleaning? Why were you cleaning on your own wedding day?
For my last task as a servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet.
I see.
I started to move one of the decorative lanterns in the room, but it was so heavy I lost control of it, causing it to topple over and break open. That's when I saw Mr. Gloomsbury's dead body inside that lantern.
So you simply happen to be the first to discover the body, right?
That's right.
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to hit that.
I just came across it by accident, but I became confused and didn't know what to do. That's when some of my in-laws saw me and jumped to the conclusion that I'd killed him.
So, this Gloomsbury guy tried to kill Ellen. But then wound up dead himself after Ellen traveled back in time? Time machine and a magic pendant. How could any of this be possible? Ellie, why don't you tell Nick about that other thing too? About that shadowy figure you saw when you were being attacked.
Yes, good idea, Larry.
So, you and Larry here were never planning on getting married, right?
That's right. We've only had a few brief interactions, so I can't say I know him at all.
Oh, Ellie, how can you say that? You and me are bound by fate, I'm telling you. We're meant to be together.
What? You're wrong, Larry!
I've never been so right, baby. It's as plain as the goatee on my chin. Larry, don't make me send you to timeout. Now, can you tell me about the groom, Ellen? What's he like?
His name is Soren Sprocket. Oh, he's the most wonderful man. He is truly my destiny.
Did you say Soren Sprocket? As in...
That's right. The next president of the Sprocket Aviation.
Wait, he's in line to take over the company? He's nothing but a rich, spoiled brat. I'm clearly the better choice. Clearly.
Larry, you and Soren are as different as night and day. There's no comparison.
Ellie, breaking my achy, breaky heart.
Referencing achy breaky heart. You see, that's why no one would want to marry you, Larry. No other reason.
So she's marrying into money, huh?
The Baconator, or no, not Baconator, Jesus. The Baconing 5, sorry, your name cut off and I just, my brain filled in the rest for some reason. With the 2, Larry, you're almost 40, stop it. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Also, like, dude, she's, just in general, she was gonna get married to a guy. Stop being weird. Again, I'm a little disappointed that, you know, this sort of, like, bit with Larry being so, like, overbearingly weird to women is kind of carried forward and arguably made worse, I guess. Like, I know that they're kind of doing, like, the comedy bit, and you can let a little go for the bit, for the joke or whatever, but it's just a bit much. Because Larry's a nice guy! I don't know why they keep doing this with him. I'm glad to see him, but it's just, yeah, it's... whatever. Anyway.
I can't believe Soren chose me, a simple house servant. He's my knight in shining armor, my prince. Oh, my Soren.
So, what's this shadowy figure you saw, Ellen?
It was when Mr. Gloomsbury was attacking me.
Also, yeah, like, I don't disagree after dinner creations. It's just the comparison, right? It's how Larry was not really like that in his first appearance, and then it just gradually got worse. Like, I'm not saying that Ace Attorney in general is good with women necessarily, just that why would you get worse with women with this specific character? It's just kind of annoying.
Right after I made a wish upon this pendant, I started to pass out. But just then, just as I lost consciousness, I saw somebody strike Mr. Gloomsbury from behind.
You did? Then that person must be the true culprit. Did you see who it was?
I'm afraid not.
Have you told anybody else about this?
I told some of my in-laws, but nobody took me seriously. They said it was all just a dream.
Can't exactly say I blame them. I mean, time travel? Larry, for my peace of mind, please tell me that figure wasn't you. Of course it wasn't! I guess I've asked her all I can for now.
Spick and span! Spick and span!
Ellen? What are you doing?
I want to make everything clean and beautiful for when Soren comes. I can't have my future hubby coming into a dirty room now, can I? It has to be spotless, just like this white dress. Spick and span! Spick and span!
Let's hope he can wipe away all suspicion from you soon, too. Nick, you'd better get to the crime scene right away. What, you're coming too? Of course I am! If I solve the crime and reveal the true killer with my super sleuthing skills, Ellie might change her mind about me, you know? You never get the message, do you, Larry? Next stop, the mooring dock in Sprocket Park. Come on, Nick, let's go! I see. So, this is Sprocket Park. But where's the reception hall? The reception hall? Oh, that's, Wow, looky there! What? What is it? You just spotted me a cute mamacita! Don't wait up, Nick! Hold on! Where's the reception hall? Sorry, Nick! Man's gotta stop and smell the roses when they appear. I am an artist, after all. Oh, miss! Yoo-hoo! Thought he was gonna take me to the crime scene. Oh well. I'm sure he'll come slinking back when he inevitably gets rejected. I'll just take a quick look around until then. Okie dokie.
Oh, I can't examine the dog.
Wow, that huge airship's moored to just this skinny little tower. I know it's tied down and all, but it still looks like a good breeze could send it flying. Wow, that airship is huge! Oops, didn't mean to say that out loud. I've only ever seen airships like this up in the sky. But I've gotta say, they're mighty impressive when you can see them up close like this. Wow, this thing's really banged up.
You looking at the sign? They say it got damaged by heavy winds yesterday. Big gust sent that bench flying into it. Well, that's what they're saying anyway.
I see. The wind caused that? More like a tornado.
The repair guy was saying, don't touch, it's dangerous.
I see. Thanks for the heads up. Poor guy. Looks like it was a lot of work. Hey, sorry about that. I actually thought you'd be back sooner. Didn't work out, huh? Lay off, man. I wasn't on my game today. So, now that you're done, you mind telling me where the reception hall is already? What do you mean? It's right there in front of you. Huh? Right in front of... Wait, what's that say? Flying Chappelle? Do you mean to tell me... Yep, Ellie's reception was on that airship. Whoa, a sky-high reception hall? Yep, and that's where you'll find the crime scene. Man, not only does that airship fly through the sky, but the space-time continuum, too. But the happy couple's honeymoon got left far behind when it made that time skip, though. Here, check the airship out for yourself with this pamphlet.
Yeah, let's give that a look real quick. Okay, so it's got a diagram of the deck. The reception hall. Love is always in the air on the Flying Chappelle, the only wedding venue sure to make your dreams take flight. After the ceremony out on the Vista deck, Sprocket Aviation's majestic Pegamoo mascots will light up the happy couple from both sides of the sweetheart table.
By the way, figured you could use some backup, so I called in some help for you. You did? Yep. Should be here any minute now.
Oh yeah, Takumi hasn't written a mainline Ace Attorney game, or at least in the Phoenix Wright brand, since, well, Apollo Justice. I guess I shouldn't have said Phoenix Wright brand then, but, you know, yeah, he hasn't written a mainline game since AA4.
Yep, should be here any minute now.
Oh wait, did I read that line about calling in somebody else? Whatever.
That red sports car. Larry, don't tell me you called. You know it, buddy.
I mean, yes, he did write for the Great Ace Attorney. He wrote 1 and 2, but I said mainline. Great Ace Attorney is a spin-off series.
I trust you've been well, right?
I imagine that this is Edgeworth, probably. Oh, no, okay. What? Okay, well, you said... Okay, yeah, you got me, Maya.
Surprise! Now admit it. That was a pretty good Mr. Edgeworth impression, wasn't it?
What? Maya? What are you doing here?
Larry called me up. He said something about it finally being time for him to tie the old knot. But that's funny. I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about being here with his bride.
That's right. Me and Nick are getting married.
What? But he's already married to Edgeworth.
What? You did it without me?
Larry.
All right. Maya, I know this is sudden, but please marry me.
Nick, what is Larry talking about?
He was dumped by his bride. Well, by his imaginary bride, anyway.
Wow, poor Larry. That's a new low even for him. But hey, imaginary girlfriends never hurt anyone, right? More power to him.
This is Maya Fey. She's been abroad for her training as a spirit medium. But now that her training is over, she's back home here in the States.
That's right. The new and improved Maya Fey's on the scene. Spirit and girl power at the ready.
Look at you, Maya. All grown up and as cute as ever. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. If I ever got married, I'd miss out on all the fun of always meeting somebody new. I see you haven't changed a bit, Larry.
I assume this is Edgeworth. Yep.
Edgeworth! I figured that car belonged to you. But when did you become Maya's chauffeur? It's nothing like that. I just happened to run into her en route and picked her up. And by run into her, I mean she jumped out in front of my car. I nearly ran her down. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's a friend of mine, and the district and the district's chief prosecutor. I heard he's been busy lately. So, what brings you here? Wait, don't tell me. Larry called you up too? He did. However, I have business of my own here at the crime scene. Business? What kind of business?
I have to arrest Larry for making a bomb threat. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick BRB because my stomach is very, like, protesting about the fact that I ate so quickly right before stream, so, I'll be back. We'll get to this Edgeworth conversation when I'm done, dying for a few minutes. See ya, in a little bit. Okay, so I think my stomach's just being stomachy, so we'll just keep going. I apologize if I have to get up again at any point, though. It be what it be. Anywho, let's get back to Mr. Edgeworth.
Just so you know, right, I'm the lead prosecutor on this case.
What? You?
Yes. It appears we'll be standing on opposite ends of the battlefield this time around. So, I'll be up against Edgeworth tomorrow. But I don't get it, Edgeworth. What about this case warrants the personal attention of the district's chief prosecutor?
Astro Boy with the 5. I almost ran her down. She hit a telephone pole and flew 30 feet. Apparently her ankle was sprained. Yeah, exactly. That's the inherited durability.
It's a bit complicated, to say the least. In what way? The groom's a member of the Sprockets, a family with immense influence. If his bride were to stand trial in court, it would sully the Sprocket name. So they tried to apply some pressure on the prosecutor's office.
I went on backwards with the 5. In SOJ, Maya got accused of murder twice, kidnapped, and as Dirk trapped in a cavern. Everything last trilogy plus almost drowned in one game over 2 cases. Yeah. Maya sure is a trooper.
Pressure to settle it amicably, right?
What do you mean, settle it amicably?
It means that they're trying to sweep this whole thing under the rug.
Wow, Sprocket Aviation really has that much clout?
Yes, they have especially strong ties in both the political and judicial worlds. To the point where no one dares to oppose them. Don't tell me that includes you. Don't be ridiculous, right? It's quite the opposite. The prosecutor's office is filled with cowards, as I found out. Every last one of my subordinates was loath to prosecute a Sprocket.
So that's why you decided to take on the case yourself, right?
That's right. I'll personally see to it that justice is served. I always prosecute to the utmost of my abilities, regardless of who I'm up against. For that's a part of my creed. Nothing and no one can sway me from that. Not even the almighty Sprockets. Right. If they think they can use their influence to bend the truth, they have another thing coming. You know, I almost feel sorry for them. They were only trying to protect their interests, but all they got instead was you. Edgy, come on, man! How can you prosecute my poor sweet Ellie? What kind of heartless jerk are you? I'm simply doing my job. I'm warning you, right? I won't hold back. Not for you or anyone else. Thanks for the warning, Your Righteousness. So, how's it going, Mr. Chief Prosecutor? Busy as always, I presume? Of course, unlike somebody who has too few clients and too much time on their hands. Guess that explains why your brow's more furrowed than the last time I saw you. Maybe you should learn to relax a little, Edgeworth. Nice try, right? But as always, I have no intention of showing anyone any mercy.
Rebellion Spark 128 with the 2. Simon is having a day off.
I don't want to do that. I have no interest. I don't want to prosecute another British person. Including you. As inflexible as ever, I see. Besides, I think I've mellowed out a bit with age. So, if anything, those furrows should have smoothed out a little as well. Honestly, Edgeworth, are you really that blind to yourself? Excuse me?
He's really self-conscious about those lines, isn't he?
Edgeworth, about this incident.
Oh, thank you. Oh my god, I never saw your new PNG thingy. It looks so cute. Amazing job on that art. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. I did redraw my PNG. I decided to put on a little new outfit because I was kind of getting tired of the old one. And it's a new year, so why not?
Don't forget, right? I'm the prosecutor for this case. Need I remind you that I'm not in the habit of sharing information with my adversaries? No, I guess we are adversaries for now. And you, Larry. Me? I'd like you to come with me. You have a lot to answer for after that little stunt you pulled with the suspect.
Oh, he is actually gonna pull him aside for it!
But Edgy, we're all pals, aren't we? Personal appeals won't work on me, Larry. Now come along. Nick! Help me out here!
The baconing with the two. Worst sentence ever. British solidarity. Oh my god, he just whisked him away. Oh, Larry. Oh no. Is it just me, or is Mr. Edgeworth as relentless as ever?
Yeah, I guess some things never change. So much for mellowing out.
Well, Nick, we better hop to it too.
Up to what?
Investigating the crime scene, of course. What else? It's been a long time since you and I teamed up like this. This is gonna be fun.
Fun, huh? It has been a long time, though, since we were last together like this. Alright, to the crime scene then.
Yeah, and away we go.
This is fun. Oh, right, we're already there. Okay, seeing some interesting things here already.
So, this is the reception hall.
According to the pamphlet, we're right here.
How did you highlight that red with your finger?
I learned a lot of things in grind.
Yikes, we're pretty high up. But at least we're indoors, so it doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, look, Nick, it's Emma. Hey, Emma, over here. Is it right, Maya? Does this mean you've taken the case?
Yeah, that's how things kind of turned out. So, do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. We've pretty much wrapped up our investigation, so go right ahead.
Now's a good chance to find out more about the case from Emma, too. Edgeworth wouldn't tell us anything about this case. So, do you think you could give us a rundown?
Well, seeing as he's going to be prosecuting, I'd expect him to be tight-lipped about it. Incident occurred yesterday on September 20th. It happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m., huh? Got it. By the way, you didn't hear about any time traveling or anything, did you?
Time traveling? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Forget about it. It's pretty much the response I expected.
The victim's name is Dumas Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household.
Ellen was a maid for that family as well, so that means the two of them were co-workers?
Yes, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the lead servant, after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also a very closed and private man. So, the other servants called him Mr. Doom and Gloom behind his back.
If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher ranked than Ellen. What makes the police think Ellen killed this man, the guy who was essentially her boss?
We don't know the defendant's motive yet, but the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her.
And what circumstances are these exactly?
Well, some of her in-laws saw what looked like the immediate aftermath of the murder. The suspect was standing in front of the body with the murder weapon still in her hands.
But why would a bride who was just about to start a happy new life kill someone? Do the police have an explanation for that?
Yeah, about that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed when she fought back.
But why did he attack her to begin with?
Well, a mere servant girl was going to suddenly be the wife of the future president. Mr. Gloomsbury must have been more than just a little jealous of her. So this Mr. Doom and Gloom attacked Ellen first? But if she was only trying to protect herself, wouldn't that count as justified self-defense on her part, Nick?
It would. There's a good chance she'd be acquitted if we could prove that, but I wonder what Edgeworth will have up his sleeve to counter that claim.
But wow, a servant girl marrying the future president with such a huge company? It sounds like a modern-day fairy tale. It does, doesn't it? Thing is, not everyone was on board with their union, apparently.
So, what was the murder weapon, Emma?
This clock with the secret mechanism built in. You've got to be fucking kidding me! You cannot be serious! You're gonna do the fucking clock! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I should have known they were gonna pull some bullshit like this. It was on display here in the reception hall. The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered.
So, the victim was clubbed to death with this, huh? That's funny. There's no blood on it, as far as I can tell.
Maybe it was wiped off in an attempt to tamper with the evidence? But there was definitely a luminol reaction. And it matches up with the shape of the injury, so it's gotta be the murder weapon. What a funny looking clock. They call it the timekeeper. Oh my fucking god. Dude! Dude! It even sounds kind of like the Thinker. Like vaguely. Oh man. The idea is that it's a time machine. Every time the couple sees it, it'll bring them back to the memory of their wedding day.
A time machine, huh? Come to think of it, Ellen said her pendant was part of a time machine. Wonder how the secret mechanism in this thing works.
Sorry, Ellen, I can't help you with your case. I'm gonna use your time machine to go back in time and not get disbarred, and then throw Christoph Gavin off the Reichenbach Falls. The suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on, so she was working as a live-in maid for the Sprocket family to support herself.
So, a maid with no family or fortune was set to marry the president's son, huh?
Enjoying Spirit of Justice, says Sinbad Niver. I think it's generally pretty good. I very slightly prefer it over Dual Destinies, I think, but overall both of them are still kind of middle of the road Ace Attorney games for me, I would say. Not bad, just like not great, I think is how I'd put it.
I guess it's not surprising that ruffled a feather or two.
Yes, apparently the groom's parents and all of his other relatives were strongly opposed. But that didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding.
Love flourishes in the face of adversity.
Oh? Is that how it works?
Yep. If you ever have any questions about love, just ask me. I'm a qualified expert. I spend all of my spare time in Karine watching soap operas on TV.
I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Maya.
Samandadras. Sorry. Had a little bit of trouble getting that one out. Asking how I like the case so far. It's pretty interesting. I'm interested in the premise at least. I like the setting quite a lot. I think an airship is fun. But we'll just have to see.
Oh, and by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment too. And from the sound of it, it got pretty ugly for her.
So, even though this incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who oppose their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now.
Alright, well, let's take a look around. I'm immediately drawn to this, obviously.
Oh, okay. This must be the lantern the body was found in. Ellen managed to move it quite a ways. Looks like a cow. It's pretty badly broken.
That's not a cow, Nick. That's a Pegasus, the flying horse.
No way, it's definitely a cow. It's got horns and everything.
But look, it has wings. Cows don't have wings. So it's a Pegasus, I tell ya. Oh, I know. That pamphlet should tell us. Let's see. Apparently, it's called a Pegamoo.
I did not see that coming.
Yet somehow the name really captures the essence of what this creature is, you know? That's strange.
What is?
Well, this Pegamoo's definitely a male Pegabull, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, with the horns and all.
Okay, well... that Pegamoo over there is also a Pegabull. But take a look at the pamphlet. See? The one on the right says Pegabull, but...
the other says Pega-cow, a female Pegamoo.
Right. The pamphlet goes on to say how they have Pegamoos for the happy couple.
So for Ellen's ceremony, there should have been a male and female pair of Pegamoos. But for some reason, there are two males here.
Maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room?
And it's hard to believe a fancy place like this would make that kind of blunder, though.
Yo, gay marriage? Holy shit.
In any case, we'd better check this thing out. What do you think this is, Maya?
Looks like a flower petal to me.
An unusual shape for a flower petal.
Do you suppose it's from one of the flowers here in the reception hall?
No, I don't see a single flower like this at any of the tables. I wonder where it came from. So, this is where the body was found. first person to find it was Ellen. Emma, what can you tell me about the condition of the body when it was found?
Let's see. The victim was apparently hit on the back of the head. Here's a photo of the scene as we found it.
Okay. Actually, let me look at that real quick, by comparison. Interesting. Okay. I can't help but notice the little, like, thing broken on top of him. Wonder if that's relevant. The victim was found collapsed inside one of the peggable lanterns. Scattered around his body were flower petals, a note, and broken parts of the lantern. Yeah. Petals were from flowers not found inside the reception hall. Okay. Check that note in a second, but...
Did this come from the lantern?
Ick. It's covered in blood.
Maybe it got on there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern?
Can you imagine going to open a door and finding the knob covered with blood?
That'd be bloody awful, to say the least.
Good one, Nick.
Hey, what's this?
Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck.
Ooh, let me take a look. Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck.
Looks like a note outlining the murder plot.
Whoever wrote it has better handwriting than me, but it looks like they wrote it in a rush.
And why do you say that?
Because the writing is only smudged starting from the middle of each line. That happens when a right-handed person with a slight hook writes in a hurry. I do it sometimes myself when I'm not paying attention to where my hand is on the page.
Guess I'll take your word on that, this bad handwriting expert.
Hey, even I don't smudge my handwriting this badly.
Alright. Let's get back to the note.
That note was apparently written by the victim.
But why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? Are you sure the victim wrote it?
I sometimes write a note to myself before I go shopping. Potatoes, carrots, onions, flour.
Maya, are you craving curry rice or something?
Whoops.
So, Emma, where's this Vista deck the note mentions?
It's that heliport you see right outside the window over there.
So, he planned on pushing Ellen off from there? What a monster. I guess that about does it for this lantern.
Okay.
This must be where the time machine was placed.
Can't believe that such a beautiful memento was used for a murder. It's just awful. Nick, we have to prove Ellen's innocence, no matter what it takes.
I agree. Can't let this go down as the saddest flying wedding reception in history. This is the sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit.
Where they gorged themselves on the wedding feast, you mean? I'd be too nervous to eat in front of a bunch of guests like this, though.
They said that newlyweds are usually really busy during the reception, you know. They have to greet and talk with all the guests that came to give their blessings. They don't actually get all that much time to enjoy their dinner.
I wouldn't be able to stand that. I can't imagine having a huge feast right in front of me and not being able to eat it.
They say brides tend to have an especially hard time because of their wedding dresses. With those tight corsets squeezing their waists, they can barely eat a bite.
Really? It sounds like wedding receptions are absolute torture.
I guess food still wins out over romance in Maya's book.
I mean, hey, I don't blame her. Telling me that I can't eat.
So, that's the Vista deck out there.
I bet the view's amazing. But I guess it must also kind of freak you out, huh, Nick?
Yeah, kind of. Mostly because there's no surviving a fall from way up here.
The arsonist of Arlet. We're going back in time to the wedding to get Ellen Wyatt off the menu. It's fucking Freebirds. Jesus.
And I think that about does it for this area.
Okay, let's look at this other statue over there.
Well, look at the horns on this flying bovine. He must be a bull. Seems he made it through the ceremony in one piece.
By the look of those wheels, I bet he can be rolled around rather easily, too.
Yeah, bet it would be quite a hassle if you had to lift and carry him everywhere. And this is what the backside looks like.
What's that by the bottom of his tail? A wheel handle?
Oh, I get it. This way they can get inside to change the light bulbs.
I see they left the wheel handle on the inside unpainted.
Guess they figured nobody will see it, so why bother? Makes sense to cut costs where you can. Well, overall, I can't say I see anything strange about this thing. Okay. A model airplane. Perfect decoration for an airline company wedding.
And a propeller plane like this lends the room a great old-timey feel. Ooh, I'd love to see the Steel Samurai fly a plane like this. Can you picture it? The Steel Samurai zipping through the clouds over Neo Old Tokyo?
If Sprocket Aviation ever becomes a sponsor of the show, I could see it happening.
Why didn't I think of that? I think I'll go suggest the idea to them later.
Please at least wait until after the trial is over. It's a hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. It's kind of a romantic notion, don't you think?
Yeah, but I just noticed that it doesn't seem to be tied up on the ceiling all that well.
I'm sure it's fine. Please don't let it fall on my head. Okay. What else have we not seen? I guess, oh wait. Yeah. Angle. There we go. What's this? It's a fog machine. Wonder if they used it during the reception.
Ooh. Hey, Nick. Go stand over there for a sec.
Why?
Just because. Now go.
Alright. I've got a bad feeling about this. What?
Fogmaster 9000! On!
Aya, no! Huh?
Aw, nothing happened.
Looks like it won't work without some dry ice.
Darn it! All I wanted to do was surround you in a thick cloud of smoke. I wonder what this partition's for.
I imagine people like the reception staff or entertainers use it. They probably wait behind it when they're on standby.
I see. The partition this size, I bet they could even fit an elephant back there.
Not that anyone's saying would.
What, you got something against elephants, Phoenix? Get a load of that huge set of doors. Bet all sorts of things come and go through there. Like an elephant.
I'm pretty sure it's just the bride and groom. This is a banquet hall, not a circus.
Got elephants on the mind, I suppose.
Okay, another partition. That's one big partition screen. Industrial size, even.
I bet it'd cause an industrial-sized mess if it fell over.
And that's why you're not allowed to touch it, Maya.
What? Then he was gonna test how stable it is!
Just leave it alone, please. It's a fog machine for the reception.
Pretty cool, huh?
Don't you dare touch it!
Oh, it's spoil sport.
That's because I know how you operate.
What's this? Oh, huh. Yeah, I bet I know who that belongs to.
Looks like a business card wallet. Wonder whose it is.
That face looks awfully familiar.
Yes, it does. Guess I'll bring it to him later. Yo, that's Don Tigres! Well, I guess that just about does it for the crime scene.
Hey, Nick. I want to see the rest of the airship. We might as well, since we're here.
True, we might even run into some of the other people involved in the case. Oh, hello, who are you?
Nick, how long has that guy been standing there?
I didn't even notice him until just now. Excuse me, are you with Sprocket Aviation? Huh?
Nick, he wrote something on that paper airplane.
I guess we're supposed to read it then? Let's see here. Get out, intruders. Well, that was a rather cold welcome.
Mr. Right, Maya, meet the lone son of the president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket. Or to put it another way, the future president of Sprocket Aviation.
So, he's Ellen's fiance? Oh, there he goes.
He's kind of an eccentric. I hear he's the genius inventor behind many of Sprocket Aviation's business successes.
An inventor, huh?
Yep, he even designed this airship.
That's pretty impressive.
Nick, this is no time to be standing around gawking. We have to go after him. We need to ask him some questions about Ellen.
Oh, right. Looked like he was heading outside.
Okay. Oh my god, why didn't I just... I didn't think of fucking Soren. I didn't think of the joke before. Soren. Soren Sprout. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
There he is. Excuse me, could we talk to you? Excuse me, do you mind if I ask what you're doing?
He sure is riding up a storm.
It is possible. If an enormous change in mass can be detected, then theoretically matter can retain its form even as it crosses the event horizon. Let's just see what he has to say about Ellen.
What was that first line?
It is possible. If an enormous change in mass can be detected at that observation point.
Okay, let's see. There we go.
You're Soren?
Fucking James.
Oh, jeez. Excuse me, but we'll be representing Ellen in court tomorrow. So, could we ask you about the case?
Ow!
What the? Not interested.
Imagine if he just like flew a paper airplane at Phoenix. He like painstakingly opens it up, you know, like unfolds it, you know, okay, what's in there? It's just like a big cartoon drawing of him like giving the middle finger. It's like, okay, well, how'd you do that so fast?
Not interested? How could you say something like that?
This is about your fiancée. She's under arrest, you know.
The diameter of the airship is approximately 80 feet. The amount of energy necessary to move matter comprised of that amount of mass is often his own little world.
I can't believe he said he was not interested in talking about his own bride's arrest.
We'll just have to talk on his level then. It's something he might be interested in. Could you take a look at this? Is that Ellen's? Ellen told us that she traveled through time during the incident. She said it happened after she made a wish on this pendant. You mean to say you two are Ellen's lawyers? Yes, I just told you that a minute ago. Sorry, I was lost in thought.
He wasn't even listening?
Oh boy. He's not at all what I expected. Based on Ellen's gushing testimonial, anyway. We'd like to ask you about Ellen's case, if you don't mind. I don't know a thing about it, so why don't you go ask the police? In other words, not interested.
This guy is the worst. Now I feel sorry for poor Ellen.
In that case, can I ask you about how Ellen traveled through time? Go on. Guess that got your attention.
So, is time travel really even possible?
Yes, it is possible. Alrighty then. At the same time, it's also impossible. The pendant I gave Ellen is not supposed to operate as a time machine by itself. What do you mean? The timekeeper, that clock we displayed in the reception hall, that is the body of the time machine. The pendant is simply a part.
That clock was the murder weapon, wasn't it? But it's a time machine too?
What Ellen experienced is akin to traveling down a road by car key. Physically and metaphysically, it should be impossible. Unless, maybe the quantum system inside the pendant somehow accidentally interfered with the natural flow of the fourth dimension? We're losing him again. Maybe we'd better ask him some more about the time machine. So, you've been researching time travel, have you? Moving through the space-time continuum would be man's ultimate means of travel. Time travel is a mode of transportation? Since the dawn of time, man's developed multifarious methods of transportation. Horses, steam engines, gas engines, airplanes, spaceships. But they're all fundamentally similar, in that they constitute three-dimensional movement. Travel through the space-time continuum would shift mankind into a new paradigm.
I don't know why, Nick, but I'm getting awfully sleepy all of a sudden.
For generations, Sprocket Aviation's advanced the development of transportation. Therefore, it's only natural that I'd research time travel as man's next great leap.
Oh, is he done? So what exactly does all that stuff he was saying mean, Nick?
Well, basically, it's like taking a hamburger joint and adding a drive-thru to it, I guess.
Oh, I get it. It's the same burger, but with a quicker and more efficient delivery system.
Maya really be like, I don't understand this nerd talk. Explain it to me in burger terms.
So what Soren really wants to do is launch humanity into the future, yes.
Launch, not lunch. But do you really believe that time travel is possible? It only becomes truly impossible when man stops daring to believe. Besides, time travelers do exist, you know. But you wouldn't understand.
Did you hear that, Nick? Time travelers really do exist.
All I know is Soren isn't the easiest guy to wrap your head around.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like the way he talks. It's full of hope for the future. He's more passionate than I thought, too. When it comes to inventions, anyway.
Yeah, his apparent lack of concern for Ellen is troubling, though. So, I hear that the rest of the Sprocket family was opposed to your marriage. What are your thoughts on that? Master Soren? Who? Oh, okay. It's time for the meeting on next term's project. What's this? Daydreaming about your inventions again? Tut tut. You're the future president. You must consider the business side, too. Oh my god. It is I. I found Soren. I found Soren. Send the car over at once. I'm not interested. Oh, Master Soren. You do give me quite the headache at times. In any case, your attendant is waiting. Please, go to him now. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, where are my manners? My name is Pierce... is it... Nikety?
Does anybody know how that's supposed to be pronounced? Because I don't understand the pun right off the top of my head if there is one. Oh, persnickety. I see.
My name is Pierce Nickety. Please call me Pierce. I'm the Sprocket family butler.
Nick? A butler? I didn't know they actually still existed. I thought they were just on TV and stuff.
And who might you be, if you don't mind my asking? Oh, I'm Phoenix Wright, Ellen Wyatt's lawyer.
And I'm his assistant, Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium.
Oh, so it is you. I'm most grateful to you for taking on Miss Ellen's defense. You have my sincerest thanks. Don't mention it. So, hey, speaking of the case... Oh, one moment, please.
Wow, what a beautiful pocket watch.
Oh, this? It's just a bit of a good luck charm. It's one expensive good luck charm. But I guess it makes sense, knowing the time is pretty important in his line of work. So, I guess that pocket watch is important to him as my attorney's badge is to me. There's a little time before I must attend to Master Soren again. Why not come to Sprocket Manor? Huh? You mean to Soren's home? As a token of appreciation for taking on Miss Ellen's defense. I'd like to serve you some delicious tea and refreshments.
Oh boy, Nick, a fancy high society tea party with high-class snacks and everything.
And what about the investigation?
Are you kidding? What better place to investigate next than Soren's house?
I don't know. Do you really think his house is going to give us any new leads?
Of course it will. I say we take the butler up on his kind offer and go to Soren's place.
All right. You win. Very good. To Sprocket Manor, then.
Wow, this place does not disappoint. Oh, I'm so excited.
Whoa, slow down, Maya. The mansion isn't going anywhere. Now then, you won't have to worry about anyone untoward eavesdropping here. I take it you wanted to ask me some questions? That's why you invited us here? I'm sorry to have tricked you like this, but this is a murder, after all. I couldn't talk openly about it in public and risk sullying the Sprocket family's reputation.
Aw, and I was really looking forward to all those fancy snacks, too.
There, Maya. Don't cry. This Pierce guy is one shrewd man.
Hey, Nick, look at that cute vintage radio.
Radio? Oh, that thing over there, under the stuffed bull's head.
I'm gonna take a closer look.
Oh, Maya. I thought I told you to settle down.
I'm sorry.
Not to worry. Oh. Whoa! Hello! Wow, that little mech fixed it right up. Huh. I'm not only the butler, but I'm also Sprocket Aviation's repair department director. One might say that patching things up is my specialty.
That was Excuse me. That was incredible. What is that little doohickey on your shoulder anyway?
It's my fixer-upper shoulder mech. Master Soren made it for me. It has too many features and functions to effectively enumerate at the moment, though.
That's so cool! I wish I had one of those.
Fixing things is a simple matter, but fixing people is a different matter. Even a skilled physician can't bring back the dead. Oh, but forgive me. I seem to have gotten sidetracked. He must be in shock over Mr. Gloomsbury's death. Still, I do need to ask him some questions about the case. I should take a look around and see what I can find out while I'm here, too. About the incident Oh, wait, that was Pierce. About the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for. Do you think she did it? Well, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she could have done it. I guess you could call it a gut feeling. I see. I guess we have different opinions, then. Do we now? The prosecution says that when Gloomsbury attacked Miss Ellen, she fought back, and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that's the consensus of the entire Sprocket family. Even so, I heard an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard that the Sprocket family had tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying this case.
Rebellion Spark 128 with a 2. Maya standing there because she can channel.
Ha ha ha. I fear you're mistaken. All we sought was merely a legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now, as she is no longer a part of this family. Fortunately for us, they have yet to get their marriage license before holding the banquet. So basically, once they realized they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose. I realize how callous I must sound, but my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future, and Master Soren, whose genius is essential to the company. I'll do anything to achieve that goal. That is my job as the Sprocket family butler.
So you're definitely the killer then, right? Like, this guy's definitely the killer, right? I'm just saying.
You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth would get along really well, don't you think?
Yeah, I can easily picture Edgeworth with a butler. Oh, and by the way, I suppose I should tell you about this as well. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the crime.
Well, first, time travel.
Did Ellen say anything to you about traveling through time? She must have been delirious. There's no need to take such a claim seriously.
Soren himself said that time travel was possible, though.
Master Soren said that? It sounds like he's still stuck in the past.
He's psychologically stuck, I take it. Phoenix?
Excuse me. What is it? I see. I believe I told you the madam will be having milk tea. Still, have lemon slices at the ready, just in case. We must not disappoint her, understand?
You sure are busy.
All in a day's work. Still, we really do need Master Soren to start focusing on the business side of things soon.
Could you tell us about that thing you mentioned about Soren's past?
There is something in Master Soren's past that he wishes he could change. Please forgive me. This isn't something I should be sharing with strangers.
Now I really want to know what Soren's still hung up on.
It was sometime after the reception. Some of the Master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall, and that's when we saw it.
Uh-huh.
A woman standing in front of the victim with a bloody murder weapon in her hand.
Oh, hi. Hi, Sad Boy Alert.
It was none other than Miss Ellen.
But Pierce, it wasn't what it looked like.
That's right! She just happened to find the body!
I do not know what Miss Ellen has told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed. And that's what I told the police who came in response to my call.
I see. So, Pierce was the one who reported it to the police, huh? Okay, well, let's take a look around then. What's this? The Dark card! If you watched the Devil streams, you would get that joke. Excuse me, but there's a card here on the floor.
Oh, look at that. It's a Flying Chapelle key card.
The Flying Chapelle? What areas on the Flying Chapelle require a key card, if I may ask?
Mostly areas we want to keep the public out of, such as the staff room and the hold, which is chock full of machinery.
So you can't enter those areas without a key card?
That's right. This one here belongs to Ellen.
Wait, what's Ellen's key card doing here? Did Ellen come back here after the incident occurred?
I don't believe so, and she was arrested by the police straight away this morning. Although, there was a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here earlier.
Was that man wearing a beret by any chance?
Yes, he was, as a matter of fact. He was also wearing sunglasses and a fake mustache.
I knew it. The only question is, what was he doing here? Oh, are those pictures of the wedding reception?
Yes, I took them with my trusty camera here.
Do you mind if we have a look at that photo?
Oh yeah, it is beret, you're right. I don't know why, that was a brain fart on my part. I know how it's pronounced, I just said it wrong for no reason, I suppose. Did it because I was bored. Just to spice things up. Okay, anyway.
Do you mind if we have a look at that photo?
Be my guest. Take as long of a look as you'd like.
Wow, how elegant. Oh, gee, I wonder who I can see conspicuously standing in the background, too. Looking away in a very innocent way.
Well, what do you think of this gorgeous dreamscape? A thick fog billows across the room, making it look as if the couple were walking on clouds.
Wow, look at how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous, though.
She does, doesn't she?
Hey, look, there's Pierce.
Really? Where?
Right there, behind the sweetheart table.
They even have to point it out.
Hey, you're right. Bet he was there attending to the happy couple the whole dinner.
So, what do you think, Nick? Does anything in this photo stick out to you?
No, not at the moment, anyway.
Hey, Nick, if Ellen really did travel back in time, do you think this photo's of the second reception? You know, after the time jump?
I wonder. Excuse me, sir? Yes? Can I help you? Ellen told us she traveled back in time. Did you happen to know anything about that? Oh, no. I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. Clammed up faster than a clam.
I would have just asked if this was of the reception. I mean, I suppose obviously it's the reception, but it's just a very funny like, hey, by the way, do you know anything about time travel?
Hey, Nick. Now here's a real lady.
Oh?
She looks smart as a whip, doesn't she?
Wonder who she is. You didn't see her in the airship.
That's Selena Sprocket, Soren's elder sister. Beautiful and capable. She was a great lady. Soren's sister. I think I see the resemblance. Maybe I'll show Pierce this photo later and ask him about her.
Was a wonderful lady. Huh. Yeah. I see.
Bull. Come to think of it, there was a bull logo on the side of the Flying Chapelle, too.
The president of the company must have a thing for cattle. The bull is the symbol of Sprocket Aviation. To be as strong and steady as a bull. That's the company creed, you know.
Probably for all the back-breaking labor they put their employees through.
By the way, that bull logo in the Flying Chapelle, the one with the rainbow wings, his name is Rainy the Rainbow. Get it? I get it. He's a rainbow-colored bull, so he's a rainbow, right? What a memorable name, huh, Nick?
Yeah, for the lameness of the pun.
I don't think you have room to be talking about lame puns, Mr. Phoenix, right? Do you know what series you're in?
Don't you dare touch that radio again. Looks like an expensive antique.
What are you worried about? If it breaks again, Pierce will just fix it up again.
I really hope he's nice enough to waive the repair bill. Oh, it's the bridal bouquet.
Hey, Nick, how about I throw it? And you try to catch it.
Why me?
Just because. I bet you'd look hilarious flailing around trying to grab it.
Doesn't tradition dictate that it's the ladies that go after the bouquet?
Who cares? Just catch it! Here!
Ow! Hey! You threw that right at my face!
Oh, you don't want to catch that bouquet. Trust me. Why not? They say it's bad luck to catch the bouquet of a marriage that doesn't last.
But I already caught it.
Whoops, too late now, huh, Nick?
Don't need any more bad luck. Not after everything else. Living Doubt 54 with the 5. This is the same joke who made the same guy who made a joke so lame that even Mo didn't laugh. That's true. That's true. Okay, okay. Let's look at this.
Nick, look at that airplane propeller up there going round and round.
I see they got an aviation thing going on. Makes sense for an airline family. Wonder if it doubles as a fan.
Ooh, what if the rest of the plane were on the other side of that wall? And the wall would open up so the plane could take off in an emergency. How cool would that be?
If that's what's behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the bull wall across the way? Oh, I know. Maybe it's the rest of him. That must be where the sprockets get their milk.
Nick. First of all, that's a beef cow. And second, bulls don't make milk.
Oh, Right. That's what I get for trying to play along. Stupid.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else to look at in the room. So let's talk to Pierce about this picture.
Pierce, the woman in this photo is Soren's older sister, Selena, right? I don't think we've met her yet. Yes, about that. He seems hesitant all of a sudden. If you wouldn't mind, could you tell us about her? All right, very well. She's a big part of Master Soren's past, after all. Soren's past? Master Soren will become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's elder sister, was next in line.
So why isn't she becoming the next president?
Because she died in a car accident.
What?
I had no idea. Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident. Losing the sister he loved right before his eyes devastated him. Ever since then, he's buried himself in his research on time machines. He also became a quiet and meticulous, almost compulsive note-taker around them.
I see. That's, man.
He seems so stiff and robotic. I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him.
Master Soren's abandoned the company business and spends all of his time on inventions. As the family butler, I'm truly concerned. I believe it's high time he let go of the past. Hey, Nick! What are you doing here?
Larry?
Oh, man. Reggie gave me a heck of a hard time.
Larry, what are you doing here?
I came to promote my new character, Q Piglet. I was hoping Sprocket Aviation would do some kind of tie-in with me for it.
Wow, I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman. You could learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them?
Now's not exactly the time for that, in case you haven't noticed.
See? And this is why you'll never be rich.
Actually, Larry, I've been meaning to ask you something. You were there on the Flying Chapelle yesterday, right? Huh? Was I? What were you doing there? Nothing. Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of. But never mind that. Did you see anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that. Let's start with, you weren't involved in this case, were you? What? Larry?
Hey, he took off!
I just knew it. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Come on, Maya. After him. Oh, are you leaving so soon? We, have to run. Thank you, everyone. Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you for making time for us. I know you have to investigate, but please try to spare the family's feelings as you do. Yes, of course.
Astro Boy with the 2, Edgeworth hires Larry so he can salary review. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's go back to the mooring dock, I guess.
There he is. Hey, Larry! Hey there, friend! Fancy meeting you here! There's nothing fancy about it. All we did was follow you. So, tell me, Larry, why'd you run away like that? Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about! Bolt of inspiration from my new picture book hit me, and I had to run is all. It was like... Cupiphany, you dig? Right.
He's just going to keep on playing dumb, isn't he, Nick?
Come on, Larry. I know you were on that airship, so what did you see? I didn't see anything! I didn't see anything because I was never on that stupid airship!
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Psyche locks. You say something? The spiritual power of this Magatama allows me to see these mystical locks that appear when someone's trying to hide something from me. They're called Psyche locks. When I see them, I simply present the Magatama to try my hand at breaking them. If I can unlock them, I'm sure to finally get a straight answer out of him.
Take that!
Alright, let's see if we have what it takes right now, or if we need to look around a little bit more.
This is no time for games, Larry. I will find out what you're hiding. I'm telling you, Nick, you've got it all wrong. I've got nothing to do with this case whatsoever. Oh, come on, Larry. Even a baby could see through such a blatant and obvious lie. Nothing whatsoever, huh? If you weren't involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this person.
Take that!
You're the one who brought Ellen to my office in the first place. And all those cops... Nothing to do with the case whatsoever isn't gonna cut it this time, Larry. If you have to lie, at least do a better job of it. Don't diss me, Nick! If you're so convinced I'm lying, then let me ask you this. What makes you think I was on that stupid old airship anyway? Let me see some proof, if you've got any. Doubling down, are you? Fine. You want proof, Larry? Here's proof that you were on that airship.
Take that!
Yep.
Uh-oh. This is your business card wallet, isn't it, Larry? I found it in the reception hall. Time to come clean, Larry Butts. What exactly are you hiding? All right, fine, you got me. I'll tell you everything. Larry, what were you doing on that airship anyway? Well, I went there to deliver the welcome to our wedding sign they ordered from me. Huh. Didn't know you took on real jobs like that, too. Well, for your information, my wedding welcome signs are very popular on the net. And that's how you met Ellen? Uh-huh. I mean, I'd seen her in the photo for the welcome sign, but seeing her in person, the way she smiled at me and said thank you, I felt like I'd been hit by lightning. And that's when you fell in love with somebody else's bride, huh? So, were you invited to the reception? Can you believe they told me only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall! Smart move on their part, I'd say. I got upset and started wandering around the airship. That must be when I dropped my business card wallet. So, somebody else must have found it. And brought it to the reception hall then. But you know what? I saw something incredible when I was on that flying Chappelle. Like... Get a load of this!
With the mustache and glasses in particular, I can only hear that in the "Get a load of this!" Hi, Sean.
What the heck is this? What do you mean, what is this? Isn't it obvious? It's a drawing! I sketched a picture of one of the cabins on the airship. So, what's so incredible about a cabin?
Oh yeah, speaking of which, looking forward to Spelljammer on Saturday, Sean. Very, very excited.
Look at what was outside the window. It's one of those flying dinosaurs. A real live pterodactyl. I looked out the cabin window and there it was, just flying out there. That airship traveled through time, I tell ya. What?
What?
When I told that Pierce Butler guy about it, he told me to never mention it to anybody ever again. Why would he try to keep you from spouting what's clearly just nonsense? Maybe Sprocket Aviation's secretly developing a time machine. No way.
Nick, this case is totally amazing.
Larry.
Oh, Larry, you didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you?
Of course not. Edgy would just roll his eyes and think I was off my rocker. I didn't even tell him I was wandering on the airship. I told him I met Ellie at the mooring dock and we ran away together. Yeah, I can see Edgeworth's eyes rolling right out of his head had he heard about this. So, Larry also experienced the time slip somehow. But how is that possible? Hey, Nick. I'll be taking my card wallet back now, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, this is for you. What is it? It's a picture of the hold. I took it while I was wandering around on the airship.
Okay. So those are those flowers on the cart there. Interesting.
See? There's Ellie right there in the middle. The hold? Yeah, see? It's right here on the diagram. Okay, so now I know where the hold is. But what was Ellen doing there? Well, they were using it as prepping area for the reception. I see. And around when did you take this? Before the reception. I took it while Ellie was getting everything ready. So, this was taken before the incident occurred. I don't know if it'll be of any help, but thanks for this anyway. By the way, Larry, I heard that the door to the hold's controlled by a security system. So, how'd you get in there? That's trade secret, can't tell you. And it's just keep coming. Well, I guess that's basically a wrap on the investigation.
Not quite, Nick. I want to meet Ellen, too.
Oh, that's right. You haven't met her yet, have you? Okay, let's head over to the detention center then so you can say hi.
No! Why?
Please understand that this is in Master Soren's best... I bet I know who this is. Please understand that this is in Master Soren's best interest. Sounds like Ellen's busy talking with someone.
Yep.
You fucking snake.
The next president cannot be married to a criminal. It would disgrace Sprocket Aviation. Miss Ellen, I need you to forget about this marriage. Pardon us. Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright. So, their marriage is definitely off? There's no other choice. We cannot have a criminal in the family. For the sake of Master Soren and the Sprocket family, this is what's best.
No! In that case, what if Nick here proved Ellen's innocence? Then you wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right?
I suppose you're right, but I'm afraid that will be impossible.
That's not true. Not for Nick. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things.
I don't take cases on light. Oh, I thought he was gonna be like, you know, what do you mean I look like a nobody? What the fuck, Maya? I don't take cases on lightly, so rest assured, I will prove her innocence. Mr. Phoenix Wright? I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world. For better or for worse. Pierce, I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, you won't stand in the way of Soren and Ellen's marriage. Very well. But not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself. And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. I believe that's where you're wrong, Pierce.
I'm clean. I swear I am. Obsessively, compulsively clean. Just as clean and pure as this pure white dress.
Fine. You have my word. But you will be the one to regret this promise. Now, if you'll excuse me. Now I have all the more reason to win this case. Ellen, we've finished our investigation, and we'd like to talk with you about what we found.
Okay. So, what did you find out?
In the course of our investigation, we heard that you'd been seen standing in front of the victim with the murder weapon in your hands.
It wasn't what it looked like! It's true, I was holding the murder weapon. When I found him, he was already dead. I panicked, and I was hoping I could go back in time again like I'd done earlier. So I picked up the timekeeper from the pedestal and brought it over without thinking.
You were so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Unfortunately, that sort of behavior makes you an easy target for the prosecution.
No.
And as for your little trip through time, none of your in-laws could confirm your story, I'm afraid.
That is that's a nice note of characterization for her, that like she went back in time to avoid being literally like murdered by this guy, but seeing him dead, even then she still was like, I have to go back again because I don't want him to be dead. Like, sympathy for a guy who would have literally murdered her in a different circumstance, which, yeah, I like her.
I see.
The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something.
Really? What did he see?
Can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claims he saw something incredible. He claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship.
What?
Not only that, but apparently Pierce...
Yeah, that's right, that was the pun for his name.
But apparently Pierce Nickety told Larry to keep quiet about it.
Why would Pierce do such a thing?
Larry's theory is that Sprocket Aviation's developing something in secret. A time machine, to be exact.
Do you think that's why nobody would confirm my story? Because it's a secret?
I really don't know. But speaking of your in-laws, we did manage to find your key card at Sprocket Manor. One of your in-laws said he'd keep an eye on it for you.
Thank goodness. I lost it while I was getting things ready for the reception. I'd looked everywhere for it. I'm so glad you found it!
At least they're tears of joy this time for a change.
Well, Nick, looks like you'll have to prove the existence of time travel in court tomorrow.
That's right. I swear that while Mr. Gloomsbury was being killed, I was busy traveling back through time.
Great. Stodgy Skeptic Edgeworth at the helm for the prosecution tomorrow. We're really gonna have our work cut out for us.
I love how, like, the sound effect for the banging started right as the cutoff was happening, so you just hear, like, boop. Okay. Well, let's see how it goes, then. Sorry, just adjusting in my chair real quick. Oh, jeez. When she has her hair down, she reminds me a lot of Princess Peach. She kind of does, actually. I was thinking that her hairstyle like that reminded me of something, and I guess that's probably what it was.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Ellen. I see you're still wearing your wedding gown.
And I'll continue to wear it until our marriage is saved. Oh! Soren!
Do you think he came to see how she's holding up?
Soren, my love! You came all the way to the courthouse just to see me? Oh, Soren, I don't know what to say!
Blueprints.
Huh?
The engine blueprints. I can't find them. Do you know where they are?
Oh, they're in your room. Third shelf from the bottom on the right-hand side.
Astrat Boy with the 5. Imagine Nayuta on this case.
Your Honor, the defense's delusions of time travel are a sign of a troubled soul. It's time to let it go and move on.
Jesus.
I see. He's leaving already?
Don't tell me he came just to ask about some stupid blueprints. Is he really that cold of a person, or is that just how he comes off, I wonder?
What about me, Soren?
Ellen. He's back. Come home soon. I'm lost without you.
Soren!
Later.
It looks like showing your vulnerabilities is the fastest way to capturing a woman's heart. You should take notes on this, Nick.
Please leave me out of this. Anyway, looks like Soren isn't big on words. But it's clear that he cares about Ellen. Knowing that, I actually feel kind of relieved.
Jesse Springer 7723 with the 10. You know the time travel plot idea is based on an old written Ace Attorney story with 2 trials, one with Gregory and one with Phoenix. The Gregory trial is a baby Franziska as a witness. I am unfamiliar.
Mr. Wright, I just absolutely can't be found guilty, you hear?
Don't worry. I'm gonna do everything I can to prove your innocence.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
The trial's about to start, sir. Edgeworth. Knowing him, he's not gonna yield an inch. So I've just gotta fight with everything I've got and save Ellen. Court's now in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Seeing so many familiar faces gathered together like this, I feel as though I'm at a grand reunion. It makes me want to go out for dinner and a drink and reminisce with all of you.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I was dying for a real burger the whole time I was away.
We could make it a welcome back party for Maya. How about it, Edgeworth? I have no intention of cavorting with my enemies. Now then, Your Honor, let us start this trial at once. Oh, still not one for light-hearted banter, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? Jokes and good humor are beyond worthless in a court of law.
Guess we'll have to have the party without him then.
However, were it after the conclusion of this trial, I might consider joining you for your little welcome back party. I certainly wouldn't mind an invite, at the very least.
He's still as emotionally constipated as ever, I see.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please go over the details of this case for us. The victim was Dumas Gloomsbury, a servant in the Sprocket household. He was in attendance at the wedding reception that occurred from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. I don't know why I said it like that. Mr. Gloomsbury apparently felt some animosity toward Ellen Wyatt, and so, a bit after the reception ended at 10 p.m., he assaulted Miss Wyatt with the intent to kill her. The defendant fought back and ended up killing Mr. Gloomsbury. In other words, it was justified self-defense, correct? If that's the case, then the defendant might not be criminally responsible. He's right. Worst case scenario, I could go for self-defense to avoid the criminal charge. Wonder how Edgeworth plans to counter that, though. The prosecution's first witness will make my view on the matter clear, Your Honor. Very well. Bailiff, please bring in the first witness.
Oh, hi, Emma. Really got that Quentin Tarantino shot on you, huh?
Please state your name and occupation, witness.
Emma Skye, forensic investigator. And I'd just like to say, sir, that being in the same courtroom as you is a great honor.
Oh, that's right. You're a fan of Edgeworth's, aren't you, Emma?
We're good friends and all, Mr. Wright. But just this once I intend to faithfully and fully testify for the prosecution. And I do mean that wholeheartedly.
I expect no less from you.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna do my very best. Looks like you lost the popularity contest to Mr. Edgeworth, Nick.
Nah, I really could care less. Besides, she'll see who's the better lawyer once I win this trial.
Yeah, maybe then you'll actually really care less.
Now, Detective Sky, if you please.
The murder weapon was a clock called the Timekeeper. The victim was hit with it from behind, and he fell over right into the lantern. The defendant was spotted then, standing in front of the body holding the murder weapon. The victim was struck twice, by the way.
He was struck twice?
That's right. There's no mistake about it. The first blow was to the back of the victim's head. It was hard enough to knock him unconscious. Yet, despite the fact that he'd been immobilized by the first blow, the defendant delivered a second fatal blow to the side of the victim's head.
Which means, what exactly? Huh. I figured it would go right over your head. So let's smash it into the side of it, just so you get it. I would prefer you not. Let's put it this way. By striking the victim a second time, the defendant killed her last chance to escape from any criminal wrongdoing. She did? But how, Mr. Edgeworth? The defendant may have been fighting back because she was attacked. However, she then went on to deliver a fatal blow to a man who was already fully unconscious.
The baconing with the 5. Only case where Emma as detective likes the prosecutor. Well, yeah, because she has a crush on Edgeworth. Remember? It's so funny that they keep bringing that little thing back.
Nick, is he saying what I think he is?
I don't feel so well.
I mean, who doesn't? I understand. He's not my type, though. Actually, what prosecutor is my type? I'll have to think about that. We'll discuss later.
Thus, Mr. Wright, has justified self-defense been removed from the table. The prosecution intends to prove that the defendant killed the victim with murderous intent.
Okay, you said Garan, which, like, she's pretty, but personality-wise, no. Okay, fine. Everybody just say Franziska then. Fine. Everybody just say Franziska then. It's not like I feel called out or anything. It's not like you have to all say it. Jesus.
Allow me to belatedly submit the victim's autopsy report.
So that's why he was acting all smug.
Well, more smug than usual.
It's fine, right? It's not like we were going to plead self-defense anyway, right?
Right, but now the judge has a negative impression of Ellen. He may not get to prosecute much anymore, but he definitely hasn't lost his touch. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, I am into Aura as well, but she's not a prosecutor. I said prosecutors. The murder weapon was a clock called the Timekeeper. The victim was hit with it from behind, and he fell over right into the lantern.
Hold it!
Curious about that, though. Astrat Boy with the 5, you've heard of updated autopsy report. Now get ready for belated autopsy report. That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
The defendant was fighting back against the victim, right? If so, wouldn't she have hit him from the front and not from behind?
The victim must have tried to run once Miss Wyatt started fighting back. That's probably when he got hit from behind.
I see. Thus the blow to the back of his head.
The defendant must have looked awfully scary when she was brandishing that clock.
I don't know about that. Regardless of how scary Ellen looked, the victim was definitely hit from behind.
May I go on?
Yes, of course. Please do.
Okay. I didn't get quite from that what I was thinking I might. Let me go ahead and press the first one too, just so I'm like covering all my bases and pressing all of the statements.
Hold it!
Oh, and the true correct answer is Emma from Of the Devil. That's true! I do like Emma a lot. I do. She's great.
Are you completely sure the murder weapon was the timekeeper?
Yes, completely. The shape of the injury on the victim's head matches up with that of the timekeeper, and it's definitely heavy enough to kill someone with.
But would the defendant have been able to pick up and swing something so heavy?
I tried it myself, and I was able to lift it up just fine.
Maybe you're just freakishly strong?
Lana was one. That's true. That's true. I do quite like Lana as well. Excuse me, Mr. Wright? I'll have you know that people on the force know me as the dainty forensic investigator.
Sorry, but really, you're hardly a delicate flower.
Atropos with the 2, we all know your type is Winston Payne. It's okay. Do not fucking slander me like that. I will have you know. I will smite you from where I stand on this fucking mountain, Atropos. Do not tempt me. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm wincing in pain just thinking about it.
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. Save your antics for after the trial if you know how. Yes, sir. It won't happen again, sir.
Well, go ahead and just say yes, daddy again. Like that one fucking time in Dual Destinies. Moving on. Okay. The defendant was spotted then, standing in front of the body, holding the murder weapon. Okay, press on that.
But that's only because she was so panicked when she found the body. That she tried to use the timekeeper to go back in time. Okay, we're gonna trot this out. That she tried to use the timekeeper to go back in time.
Objection!
What? Is that what Edgeworth's objection sounds like now? Objection!
Sorry, I was just so caught off guard. I was like, what? Astrap boy with the 2. I disagree, Atropos. You're a gasping girl, 100%. Shh. I'm gonna. Oh, I can't say what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna. Anyway. Anyway. Oh, it is Kyle. Oh, okay. I didn't know that it was Kyle. I guess I did, but I just forgot. But, yeah. That's interesting.
Mr. Wright, do you have any idea how absurd you sound?
He had the same objection in Dual Destinies? Did he? Maybe it's just been so long that I don't remember. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just haven't heard it in so long that I just forgot that it sounded like that. Anyway.
But Miss Wyatt really believed she could travel through time with that clock. You really should have come up with a more credible story, you know. Yes, I agree.
Me 3, but it's all I've got to go on.
Anyway, under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. I mean, the only conclusion we can draw is that the defendant killed the victim. The victim was struck twice, by the way.
Hold it!
Miss Wyatt must have had the chance to escape after she struck the victim the first time. So why would she stick around and hit him with such a heavy object again?
Well, about that.
Allow me to explain. Why did she strike him again indeed? To finish off the victim, of course. This very act clearly shows that she had every intention of killing Mr. Gloomsbury.
But Miss Wyatt would never do a thing like that.
Then let's see some evidence that disproves my theory.
Are you just going to stand there and take that from him, Nick?
I can't refute his claim head on, so we'll have to approach it from a different angle. Well, it looks like we won't be going anywhere until we can refute Edgeworth's claim.
This is so exciting. We haven't taken on Mr. Edgeworth in ages.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick. Now go get him!
No need to rush me, Maya. I'm old. Alright. Better start by comparing Emma's testimony with the evidence we have. And look for any glaring inconsistencies.
Okay. Yeah, so this wasn't really much of a presser. It was more of a just go right for the goal one. So, victim was hit with it from behind and he fell over right into the lantern. Well, I have an idea on this, but we'll see if I'm right. Astro Boy with the 5. Miss Wyatt, you want your freedom? Take it. That's what I'm counting on. I used to want you jailed, but now oh yeah, now I only want you. Yeah, I didn't read in the cadence of the song. Sorry. But ha 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 ha. Glad somebody got it. Let's see. So I'm thinking.
Objection!
Yes. Okay, got it.
Detective Sky, I'm afraid I have to apologize in advance.
For what?
For embarrassing you in front of your idol.
What do you mean?
If you take a look at this photo of the crime scene, you'll see that the victim is lying on his back. But if the victim had been hit from behind, as you claim, then he should have fallen over into the lantern face down. It's not enough to simply take someone's side, Detective Sky, even if it's Mr. Edgeworth's.
There does appear to be a flaw in Detective Sky's testimony.
Mr. Wright, if you think I'm going to just back right down, then you're sadly mistaken.
Emma's unusually fired up today.
Don't forget, she's in front of her hero, Nick. If the Steel Samurai came to watch this trial, I'd want to do my absolute best too. Listen, Mr. Wright. It's entirely possible that the defendant moved the victim's body after he fell over. But in that case, there wouldn't be any contradiction, right?
Indeed. That was an excellent counter-argument, Detective.
You can count on me, sir. So, what do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
Is it possible that the victim's body was moved after he fell into the lantern? No. Sorry, Detective, but there's no way the victim's body was moved after his death.
Oh, really? And what makes you so sure?
One look at this here, and it should become obvious.
Take that!
Those broken bits of the lantern?
Yes, if the body had been moved after the fact, these fragments would have fallen off of it. But as you can clearly see, they're lying perfectly undisturbed on top of the body. This means that the victim must have been lying face up from before the lantern even broke.
You're right! But wait a minute. If that's true, then when was the victim killed? I mean, the lantern was still whole during the reception, right?
Right. Which means we've just overturned a major assumption about this case. If the victim was already dead before the lantern was even broken, then the body must have been inside the lantern since before the reception started. In other words, the defense asserts that the victim was killed before the wedding reception. What? In short, when Miss Wyatt was seen standing in front of the body after the reception, it wasn't the moment just after the murder was committed. It was the moment she happened to discover the body, just as Miss Wyatt claims.
Objection!
Whether the act was committed before or after the reception's entirely consequential. After all, it was the defendant who prepared the reception hall for the event in question. Therefore, when the murder occurred changes nothing with regard to her guilt. She could have killed the victim before the reception, as you claim, and then tried to hide his body in the lantern after the event ended.
Objection!
Sorry, but that doesn't make any sense. I mean, where would the body have been hidden during the reception in your scenario? That's... Even you have to admit, Mr. Edgeworth, that this has opened up a new possibility. Do explain, Mr. Wright. Well, if Miss Wyatt didn't commit the crime in the reception hall, then that means someone, somewhere, put the victim's body into the lantern.
I suppose that makes sense. A dead body couldn't put itself in there.
Exactly, Your Honor. In other words, if the murder actually occurred before the reception, it opens up the possibility that he was killed somewhere else, the defendant didn't do it, he was killed in some other way. Nope, that's not it. The defendant didn't commit this murder. It's a very general thing to say, I suppose.
Objection!
It opens up the possibility that my client did do it. Oh, for heaven's sake. Even if the murder was committed before the reception. That alone doesn't erase the suspicion against the defendant. It seems that was too ridiculous of a leap backwards for Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Wright. I suggest you look before you leap and think before you speak. I guess I got ahead of myself on that one.
Okay, actually, let's save. Okay. Astrap Boy with the 2. Your Honor, Maya channeled the victim and walked.
If the body was hidden inside the lantern, then it's possible that the body was moved along with it from somewhere else. Oh, duh.
I was thinking about, like, what were the logistics behind doing that, or that answer necessarily, and then it's like, oh yeah, well, he was in the fucking lantern.
Oh, you're right!
You can run that mouth of yours all you want. But do you have any evidence to support what's coming out of it, Mr. Wright? Of course I do. I think the answer lies in that piece of evidence. And in something that was left at the crime scene that will point us to where the victim was really killed. Yes. Yes. Very well, Mr. Wright. In that case, what proves that the lantern and the body were moved from somewhere else?
Take that!
This proves that the murder took place.
What? Did I have to fucking do the other piece of evidence? Hold on. No, there's no way that that's not the answer, so just let me redo that part real quick, and then just present the other fucking piece of evidence for it, I guess. But that's exactly what they're talking about, I know. I guess I just have to fucking present the same photo again of the body, and then point at it. Do you have any evidence of what's coming out of it, Mr. Wright? Yes, yes I do. Of course I do. There's a piece of evidence and something that was left at the crime scene that will point us to where the victim was really killed. Okay. Okay, I guess present the picture of the... Wait. Or should I present the lantern itself?
Take that!
No. I guess it really is the picture. Fuck. But shouldn't any of those make sense? Shouldn't they, though? I'm fucking annoyed. Unless I'm just wrong. Which, like, if I'm just wrong, then that's fine. If it really isn't that, the thing I'm thinking of, then that's fine. That would just mean I'm wrong and I have to think about it some more. But if I present that fucking photo and it's like, yeah, that's what it was, then I'm gonna be really mad that it wasn't that specific, like, that they're like, oh no, you have to use this specific piece of evidence, even though it's in 3 fucking pieces of evidence. No, this isn't Crashing Out. You haven't seen Crashing Out from me yet. You haven't seen the real Gamer Rage.
Take that!
Of course it's this fucking photo. Of course it is! Of course it is! It's the exact thing that I was fucking talking about! Astrap Boy with the 5. Phoenix snaps and adds Edgeworth's home address to the court record. Yeah, you just like see his IP address pop up, like reading out the court. Right, what the fuck are you doing?
The photo of the victim again?
Yes. I'd like the court to focus on this thing, right here.
Take that!
Petal. Flower petals, Mr. Wright?
These petals are from a kind of flower that were not present in the reception hall. This means they must have gotten into the lantern when it was somewhere else. And just where do you propose this somewhere else to be, Mr. Wright? I propose that this piece of evidence will tell us where the flower petals came from.
Okay, now we can do this.
Take that!
Please take a look at the flowers in this picture of the hold. Notice how their petals are of the same shape as the petals in the crime scene photo? Yes, I see. They do look to be from the same kind of flower.
Objection!
Is that really all you've got? A flower is a flower is a flower. They're all the same. I'd hardly call what you presented compelling evidence. I'm afraid I couldn't disagree with you more, Mr. Edgeworth. I gave a flower of this type to my lovely wife once when we were young. So I can assure you that this is very meaningful and compelling evidence indeed. The soundness of my judgment in this matter is backed by nothing less than pure love. But Your Honor...
Let it go, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear you don't know much about flowers. It's not like you have anyone that you'd actually give any to, after all. But maybe you should study up on them, just in case the opportunity presents itself. What are you being so fucking sassy for? It's not like it's not like I've ever wanted any flowers to be given to me by somebody. But, you wouldn't know anything about that.
It's like, alright, settle your fucking domestic disputes outside of the courtroom. Jesus Christ, what is it with you gay people being so dramatic? This is from the man who only knows the names of 3 types of flowers.
That's hardly relevant to the case at hand. The defense asserts that it's highly probable that the victim was killed in the hold. The body was then placed in the lantern and moved to the reception hall for some reason. It would completely destroy the prosecution's case.
Then you mean the body was...
Yes, the victim's body was inside the lantern during the entire beautiful wedding reception, while the defendant and her betrothed were celebrating their love. What?
Objection!
Your smooth talk might work on his honor, but it won't work on me.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about now?
Take another look at all of the evidence and you'll soon see what I mean.
I wish he would just tell me already.
Detective Sky, I'm sure you've already figured out what I'm talking about, correct?
Of course, sir. Mr. Wright's the only one here who hasn't. Why don't you leave this to me, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well. Let's see what you can do. Detective Sky, please give your testimony to this court.
The victim could not have been killed before the reception. The autopsy report states that the estimated time of death was after the reception. And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong. It's clear Mr. Gloomsbury was killed after the reception, and that completely contradicts your claim.
I guess so. Tell me you took at least a cursory glance at the autopsy report, Mr. Wright. It appears you've grown rusty since our last outing. Might I suggest you go back and brush up on the basics?
Sure. Though I must say, you're as cocky as ever, Mr. Edgeworth.
I beg your pardon.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright?
I'm just saying that I'll go back to basics if that's what Mr. Edgeworth wants. I'll prove how badly he's underestimating me with a good old-fashioned cross-examination.
Very well. Let's see you put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Wright.
The victim could not have been killed before the reception.
Hold it!
You sound pretty certain. You must have some solid grounds for making that claim, right?
Of course I do. And you're going to feel silly when I show you what they are. Ready? Feast your eyes on this!
Yeah, the autopsy report, like, immediately. Hold on just a second. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Just had to check something real quick. My bad.
Hold it!
I've read the autopsy report too, you know.
Then you don't need me to explain it to you, right? How there's no way the victim could have been killed before the reception, I mean?
Detective Sky, I think you've overlooked something big.
I have?
Why don't you take another look at the evidence? Let's look at the autopsy report myself, actually. Cerebral hemorrhage from a strong blow to the head. One contusion found on the back of the head and one on the side. The blows were caused by the same weapon. Okay. Okay. Hmm. But I've already looked at all the evidence. And quite carefully, too, I'll have you know.
Detective Sky, do not be taken in by his verbal antics. He's simply bluffing as always.
Right, sir. And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong.
Hold it!
Is it possible that the culprit did something to obscure the real time of death?
No, not in this case. There was no snow or anything to keep the body from decomposing. And there's no fridge on that airship big enough to fit a body into.
So, you've already checked into that. I see.
It all comes down to the estimated time of death, doesn't it? Couldn't the killer mess with the victim's time of death by keeping the body on ice?
Yeah, if they had the means to. The prosecution's treating the estimated time of death as an absolute. But is it really?
I take it you don't think it is, huh, Nick? In that case, we're gonna have to find a way to convince them otherwise.
Yeah, there's gotta be a way somehow.
Huh. Okay.
Not have been killed before the reception. Autopsy report states the estimated time of death was after the reception. That estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong.
Hmm. Hmm. I wonder. Because, okay, so 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Now, what is the clock pointing to there? I guess that's like around, around like 10, 11-ish, I guess. Looks like. So, I mean, I guess that's relatively consistent. Wait. Wait. Okay. See, I'd be tempted to interrogate the like, oh, what time did the statue clock thing stop on? But they haven't said anything about what time it's on or if it was even stuck on a time or anything like that. So I don't know if I would immediately jump to that or if that was discussed. I don't know if we should wait. So I'm not sure about that. This has nothing to do with anything, of course. Just looking at it again. There's no, like, clock or anything in Larry's drawing. I don't know. I am a little bit stumped on this one, if I'm being honest. Oh, wait. Really? Would that... I don't know, that seems like a bit of a stretch, but maybe? I'm not sure what statement I would want to put it on, though. I mean, I guess this. That's... okay, hold up.
Objection!
No fucking way. Okay.
I admit that the estimated time of death does contradict my theory.
Finally. And that means your theory that the victim was killed before the reception
Is still entirely plausible.
Huh? What makes you think that?
The killer could have falsified the time of death by using a certain item in the reception hall. Please take a look at this.
And what is that contraption, Mr. Wright?
It's a fog machine, Your Honor, used to create a special romantic atmosphere in the hall.
And this machine could have been used to falsify the time of death?
Yes, Your Honor, because this machine uses dry ice to perform its magic.
Dry ice? Ah, yes, the super cold stuff commonly used to make theatrical fog, huh? I see. So, your claim is that this dry ice was used to keep the body cold?
Oh. In that case, I guess the victim could have been killed before the reception.
Order! Order in this court! Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this development?
That the victim was killed in the hold before the wedding reception? The prosecution acknowledges the possibility of this claim. Now we're getting somewhere. The prosecution would also like to thank you, Mr. Wright. Huh? For what? I didn't know how a certain piece of evidence fit into this case, but now, thanks to you, I do. What piece of evidence? To get into the hold, one needs a key card, like this one. And here, we have a record of those who entered the hold with such key cards.
Oh, and of course, fucking Pierce is on there, so let's go. Guess who called it?
The times aren't specified, but these are the last 3 entries on the day of the murder. And as you can see, the last person to enter the hold that day was the defendant.
What?
So, the one who moved the body out of the hold must have been...
That's right. It was none other than the defendant.
Okay, but she lost her card, so... Hey, Nick, take a look at this entry record. There are a couple of other names on here besides Ellen's.
Hey, you're right. According to the entry record, Mr. Edgeworth, Pierce Nickety had also gone to the hold. Isn't it possible that he could have been the culprit?
Objection!
Sorry, but Mr. Nickety was escorting a few of the guests at the time. I'm sure they'd be happy to testify to that fact if you'd like.
Think me cocky all you'd like, Mr. Wright, but my confidence is rarely misplaced. Now then, it's probably safe to assume that after killing the victim in the hold, the defendant moved his body to the hall in order to dispose of it discreetly. What do you mean by discreetly? The defendant volunteered to take care of the reception's cleanup personally. That means she wouldn't have had the chance to dispose of anything in any... Wait, would have, yes, I was right the first time. Would have had the chance to dispose of anything in any way she wanted, including taking the lantern off the airship without raising any suspicion. Don't tell me you didn't know about Miss Wyatt volunteering for cleanup duty, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, that's right.
My last task as a servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup at the reception banquet.
I see. Look at you, sweating bullets like a rookie. Oh, sweating buckets like a rookie, even after all these years. Nevertheless, thank you for proving that the only person who could have killed the victim in the hold is Ellen Wyatt.
Great job, Phoenix. Now we're back to square one.
Perhaps you should ask Miss Sykes for some help in reviewing Defense for Dummies.
Way to go, sir. You got Mr. Wright in a cold sweat.
I wonder if maybe the promise of seeing that miserable look on his face is what brought me back to court today. It certainly made all of my stress and woes as chief prosecutor just melt away.
I guess he had a lot of stress built up.
I'll give him something to stress over before we're through today. Your Honor, the prosecution asks that you render your verdict at this time. Before that man over there tries to throw this court into chaos with his meaningless bluffs. I see. Mr. Wright, are there any last meaningful bluffs you'd like to present to this court?
Does he have to assume it'll be a bluff?
Nick, hurry up and throw a good one out there.
I will. Well, alright then. Let's see. I've got it. How do you know it was Miss Wyatt who used her keycard? After all, if it turns out that somebody else used her card, it would mean that Miss Wyatt didn't do it.
Interesting. And are you able to prove this bluff to be true?
I assure you I'm not bluffing, Your Honor. Well, now what?
Wait a minute, Nick. I can think of a certain somebody who might have used Ellen's keycard.
You can?
Remember? The one who was sneaking around the hold, in spite of not being a family member?
Oh, that's right. Uh-huh. Your Honor, the defense would like to call a certain witness to the stand. I need the testimony of this person, who may have entered the hold with Miss Wyatt's card.
Take that!
That's your witness? Ugh. Are you saying that numbskull was on the airship? He never breathed a word about that to me. That's not surprising, because Mr. Nickety told him to keep quiet about it. But Mr. Butts himself admitted it to me. He claimed to have found a way to sneak into the Flying Chappelle's hold to see Miss Wyatt. This photo he took and gave to me is proof.
That it was he who moved the lantern with the body inside to the reception hall?
You know as well as I that with him, anything is possible. And this is one possibility we should definitely look into.
I can't believe this. What in the world is he doing mixed up in this?
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Remember what we've been saying since elementary school?
When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Exactly.
That Larry, he'll pay for this!
Well, if you want to extract your payment now, he's right up there in the gallery.
Yikes! Bailiff, seize the witness before he makes a run for it.
No! Why does this stuff always happen to me? Sorry, Larry, but you brought this on yourself.
Let us break for a 15-minute recess. I ask that both sides prepare for the next witness's testimony during this time.
Oh my god.
You're right. I have been saying Chappelle because it was funny that like, and then I just never broke out of it. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna say it all fancy, and then I never fucking stopped saying it. Ah, Jesus. Anyway. Well, now do I switch over or do I just commit to the bit? It was kind of a bit at first, and then I just forgot to stop doing it. Yeah, okay, I guess I can commit. That's fine.
Wow, it's been a while since I've had this much fun and excitement. A face-off against Mr. Edgeworth. A harrowing tightrope walk for the defense. Phew.
I'm exhausted already. Boss?
Oh, okay. It's Athena. I didn't think that you would be in this case. Can you do a Dave Chappelle impression for Piers? No, that's okay. I think he's probably a murderer, but I don't think that he should also be transphobic. It's Chapel. To answer your question, June.
I'm here for moral support.
Athena, you all done practicing for Trucy's magic show?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I sorta ran away. But that's because she was putting my life in danger, I tell you.
I see. I think I'll have to have a one-on-one with her. You're really athletic and fit, Athena, so Trucy probably thinks that she can run you ragged.
That may be true. Which is why not even Trucy can keep up with me when I run at full speed.
Looks like you spoke...
Oh, looks like you spoke too soon, Athena. Never underestimate the resourcefulness of a great magician.
Huh?
Magical girl Trucy Wright is on the scene. No! Now, Athena, it's time to practice human combustion magic. Go on, douse yourself in this gasoline. But don't worry, it's a magic trick after all, so it's perfectly safe. Run away! Hey you, you're not getting off that easy. They get along so well, don't you think? Don't they? He reminds me of the good old days. You, me, and Pearly. Oh, and Detective Gumshoe. Can't forget him.
You can't just name Detective Gumshoe and then not put him in the game at all anywhere. It's so mean of you.
He had all kinds of fun at the crime scenes back then, remember?
Leaving me to do all the serious investigating, as I recall. Court will be back in session. We'll soon be back in session, Mr. Wright. Right. Thank you.
So, Larry's the next witness, right? Can't wait to see what happens.
Sadly, I can already imagine it.
The baconing. With the two.
This bit for Athena and Trucy sucks to keep them out.
Yeah, it does.
Court will now reconvene.
Nick! Edgy! Two of you are gonna hang me out to dry, aren't you?
No, not the both of us. Just Mr. Wright.
Nick! How could you?
I don't really think he did it, of course, but I've got to use whatever leads I can. Mr. Butts, there's a possibility you moved the lantern with that had the dead body in it. So, if you want to clear yourself of all suspicion, all you have to do is testify.
Now then, your testimony, please, witness.
Nick is a jerk face.
Nick, you big fat stinking jerk! How can you doubt your best bud? We've known each other since elementary school! Well, get this, pal! Our friendship's over!
Okay.
Well, go ahead, Mr. Wright. He's all yours.
Why me?
You're the one who called him to the stand, so he's your responsibility.
Thanks, old chum. Can't any of you show me a little respect? Even just a shred?
You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright.
I would if there were any testimony to cross-examine. Real carrier with the 959 with the 959 with the 2. I know you did not give me $959. Nick is a big jerk versus the Dissen of Phoenix, right? Yeah. Which one would win? Discuss amongst yourselves. Nick, you big fat stinking jerk!
Hold it!
Come on, Larry. Can't you please give me something real to work with? Don't think I don't know about your tricks. If I say something careless, you're gonna shove some evidence at me with a loud objection and a super smug look on your face. Yeah, well, that is my job. And if I get found guilty, how are you gonna take responsibility for what you've done? Why should I take responsibility for just doing my job? Heartless jerk! Don't you have any compassion for me? You doubt your best bud. We've known each other since elementary school.
Hold it!
I'm sorry, Mr. Butts, but if it wasn't Miss Wyatt that entered the hold with that card, then you're the most likely suspect. Nick, are you seriously doubting the innocence of your old childhood friend? Well, technically yes, but it isn't personal, I assure you. Oh, a true friend would believe in me no matter what. Can't you see my tears? Don't they mean anything to you? The baconing with the 959. Here you go. Thank you, I appreciate that. Nick! Nick! You don't really think you can cry your way out of this, do you? Okay, fine! In that case... Well, get this, pal! Our friendship's over!
Hold it!
Larry, listen to me. Shut up! I'm not talking to you anymore! This is getting us nowhere. Come off it, Larry. If you don't quit fooling around and start testifying, Miss Wyatt will be found guilty. For real?
If no new information comes out of this cross-examination, then yes, Mr. Butts. For real. Not that I'd have a problem with that myself.
Larry, just tell us the truth already. Did you or didn't you go into the hold and move a lantern up to the reception hall? I never moved any bull lantern, I tell ya! Bull lantern? What? Did I say something weird? You told me that you didn't attend the wedding reception. Can you believe they told me only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall! Yeah, so what? Then that's odd. No one in this courtroom ever mentioned the sex of the lantern that was moved. The sex of the lantern? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. We live in a society. So, how could you know that it was a bull lantern? You didn't have to actually go to the reception to know that. Anyone could tell there were two pegables by looking at the flying Chappelle's pamphlet. Larry, you've been saying that for a while. It is chapel, you know that, right? What? You mean it's not Chappelle? I thought you were saying it is, like, for real. I was just following after... Dude, I was... Oh my god. Larry, do you not know what a joke is? No! I have never heard a joke in my life, dude. I take everything seriously. Okay. All I can tell right now is that there's a strong scent of bull in the air here. Please add that last statement to your testimony, Mr. Butts. Uh-huh. Oh, wait. Wrong photo.
Objection!
Oh, no, wait, what? It's not that? Oh, well, I guess it's probably, yeah. Okay, maybe I should have read this one. This one's actually kind of funny. Okay, I'm surprised that wasn't it, though. Because they're in the background there. But... okay. Let's see. Then I guess just present the thing directly?
Objection!
No. But then what the fuck? I mean, okay, I guess the pamphlet does contradict his wording. I wouldn't have thought that that was what was presented, but okay, I guess it was that, though.
I want you to take a look at this, Mr. Butts. Because unfortunately for you, the pamphlet clearly shows a pega cow and a pega bull in their example diagram of the reception hall. Huh? But on that day, instead of putting a pega cow and a pega bull out for the bride and groom, there were 2 male pega bulls on display. Yet somehow you knew there were 2 pega bulls in the reception hall that day. There's only one way you'd know something like that, Larry. It was you who moved the pega bull to the reception hall, wasn't it?
No! Larry, you didn't! Mr. Butts, did you move the lantern containing the victim's body to the reception hall?
That's what it looks like.
What?
I just wanted the Yowie, man.
What, is that so wrong?
Okay, you got me. I wanted her husband, not her. Wait, Nick! You don't think I'm the murderer, do you?
Maybe you and Mr. Bloomsbury were fighting over Miss Wyatt and you ended up killing him?
Maya! Not you too! Look, I did sneak into the reception, but that's as far as it went. You know me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. You snuck into the reception? Yeah, sure. But some of the Sprocket men caught and locked me up in one of the cabins. It was pretty awful, actually. That's when I made that drawing of the pterodactyl I showed you, Nick. Ixnay on the Aerodactyl Tay, Larry. the Aerodactyl Tay. It's funny how they spelled that. I mean, I guess you would have to, but it's just funny, considering the pronunciation. Anyway, I'll move on. Sorry. That amused only me, I suppose. Mr. Wright, not even you would take this farce that far, would you? We are talking about Larry. What do I do? Do I accuse Larry of being the true culprit?
No, of course not.
No, you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Butts didn't have a reason to kill Mr. Bloomsbury. He might have had an imaginary reason to kill Soren Sprocket, sure, but not Mr. Bloomsbury.
After all, he did steal Mr. Sprocket's bride and try to elope with her.
Just because I tried to steal somebody's bride doesn't make me a murderer! I believe in you, Larry, and I don't think you killed anybody either. You'd never do anything like that. Nick! Oh, buddy, old pal! I knew you'd come through for me! Funny that, considering your sworn testimony just now that we were through.
Mr. Butts, it's time you told this court the whole truth. Understood?
It's just like Nick said. I'm the one who moved the lantern. I was poking around the reception hall before the main event and saw a lantern was broken. There was a note on it that said, "Exchange with the one in the hole, Ellen." So I decided to do Ellie a favor.
So, you switched the lanterns before the reception, did you? Then that means the victim really was killed before the reception. It would appear that Mr. Butts completely fell for the defendant's scheme. Scheme? What scheme? This note from the defendant, exchanged with the one in the hold, Ellen. Mr. Butts moved the lantern with the body in it up to the reception hall because of this note, and thus he's become a suspect in Mr. Bloomsbury's murder.
Okay, hold on. Does that handwriting look similar? Little. I don't know if I would confidently claim that they're the same exactly, but they do look kind of similar.
Gulp! That second lantern did feel pretty heavy, but I never would have thought there was a dead body in it. What was a note like that doing on a lantern in the first place?
You've got it all wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. I left that note for myself. It was simply a reminder because I can be very forgetful.
Objection!
Oh, I see. Okay.
What a sorry excuse, Miss Wyatt. The prosecution contends that this note shows one facet of the defendant's murderous plan. And you, Mr. Butts, you played right into Miss Wyatt's hands. No way, Edgy! I don't believe it!
Objection!
Do you still really believe Miss Wyatt to be the culprit, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course. My stance on the matter remains unchanged. If you think I'm wrong, then prove it with your cross-examination. Gladly. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Okay.
It's just like Nick said. I'm the one who moved the lantern.
I'm lagging? Am I? Oh.
Hold it!
Why didn't you tell us that sooner? Because I knew you guys were gonna be suspicious of me, that's why!
We're suspicious of you now because you tried to hide it.
My thoughts exactly. Huh. Well, now I've told you. Happy?
Yeah, if a few people reported lagging, then it's probably going to do that stupid thing in the VOD where it cuts out for a minute. So, just in case, if you're hearing this and there was a weird cutout in the VOD, that's probably why. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. My internet's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, so.
So how about letting me go? No, not yet. I need you to stick around to sort a few things out. Fine. I was poking around the reception hall before the main event and saw a lantern was broken.
Hold it!
The lantern you swapped out was a female Pegamoo, a Pega cow, right? Yeah, I guess. Why'd you replace a female lantern with a male one? Because I was too busy trying not to get caught. I didn't have time to check for little details like that. If you didn't want to get caught, you could have just left well enough alone, you know? Whatever! Anyway, when I took a look at the broken lantern, I saw... there was a note on it that said, exchange with the one in the hold, Ellen.
Hold it!
That note wasn't addressed to you, was it? Well, I guess not, but how could I let my dear sweet Ellie do all that hard physical labor all on her own? It's precisely that thought process that constantly gets you into trouble, Larry. Besides, it was my big chance to show her how much I cared about her. So I decided to do Ellie a favor.
Hold it!
Nobody saw you the whole time while you were switching the lanterns? Nope, I didn't get caught. Not that time, anyway. Not that time. Yeah, when I tried to sneak into the reception hall the first time, I didn't have as much luck. Those Sprocket guys spotted me and nabbed me.
Oh, and in the thing, I think that was seen before she traveled back in time too.
All of my words are failing me right now. Pretty exciting, don't you think? Larry, I need help. And then they locked me up in one of those cabins. Nick, what are you asking about stuff like this for anyway? Shouldn't you be trying to prove Ellie's innocence? Well, is that statement of his important to the case? Mr. Butt's trying to crash the reception and Mr. Butt's trying to crash the reception, subsequently getting locked up in a cabin. I believe these might be important facts in this case, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Butts, please add that statement to your testimony.
I tried to sneak into the reception hall. I got caught and locked up in a cabin.
Hold it!
So, you got locked up. Then what happened? I broke out. Then I started looking for Ellie and wandered into the reception hall again. That's when I saw the broken lantern and replaced it. Even after they caught you and locked you up, you still went looking for Miss Wyatt? But hold on a minute.
What is it, Nick?
Maya, doesn't something seem weird to you? Larry's saying he replaced the lantern after he broke out of the cabin.
That's right. Oh, wait. Huh? You're right. Doesn't make much sense, does it?
Mr. Wright, have you found an inconsistency in the witness's statement?
Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. Mr. Butts moved the lantern after he broke out of the cabin, but that contradicts with this.
Okay, it doesn't have times on it. But what do I present for those? I mean, yeah, I don't think it's
Take that!
that.
And in what sense does that piece of evidence contradict with the statement?
It doesn't contradict it at all, does it?
Indeed.
Ugh. Oh, don't mind me, Your Honor. It looks like I just made a tiny mistake, that's all.
Okay, yeah, no, it wasn't that. But that's interesting that it just returns you to the testimony, though. Which means I don't think it's necessarily, like...
Take that!
Yeah, because if I just... Yeah, wait,
Is that?
Yes, it's the broken lantern, Your Honor. Mr. Butts, what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all.
okay, yeah, okay, we're just going on this then. Okay, I mean, like, yeah, I guess, obviously the picture didn't show it, so I just present the thing that shows it, but... Huh, that's interesting that it does that, though. I wonder why that is.
What? Why not? You swapped the lanterns before the reception began, right? Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it? But you also just said that you swapped the lanterns after you got locked up in a cabin for trying to sneak into the reception. In other words, you're saying you swapped the lanterns both before the reception and after the reception took place.
That certainly doesn't make any sense, does it? But, Mr. Butts, did you swap the lanterns before or after the reception?
Which was it, before or after? There's a world of difference between the two. Well, Mr. Butts? I guess I can't expect guys like you to understand. In a nutshell, it was both before and after the reception. What? I tried to sneak into the first reception and got locked up. The first reception? Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. Then, through the power of Ellie's pendant, time got rewound and we went back to the time before the reception. It was after that when I replaced the lantern. So it was both before the reception and after the reception, get it? Yep. We went back in time to before the reception. So of course the reception would take place one more time after that, right? That's why I said it makes perfect sense. Mr. Wright, what in the world is the witness talking about?
Has he developed some sort of intellectual ailment I'm not aware of since I saw him last?
Well... None of the Sprockets seem to remember the time skip, but I do. And Ellie remembers it too. I think the power of our love for each other made that miracle happen.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but could you please translate this man's gibberish so the rest of us can understand?
So now I have to be the one to explain about the whole time travel thing? Go on, Nick. I know you can do it.
Looks like you don't have much choice, Nick.
To heck with it. I can't lose any more of my dignity today anyway. The defendant, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has told the defense the following strange story. She said that after the reception ended, she was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. She claims that as she was being assaulted, she made a wish upon her pendant. Please take me back to that blissful moment. Time apparently rewound itself to just before the reception began. In what? I know it's hard to believe, but think about it this way. Through the power of the pendant, both Ellen Wyatt and Larry Butts experienced time travel. What?
Objection!
What absolute rubbish! Mr. Wright, I've heard my fair share of your nonsense over the years, but this takes the cake. Have you thoroughly lost your mind?
Objection!
But this is simply the conclusion I came to, using that logic ability you love so much. What? The truth of the matter is, the future president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket, has been researching time machines. So, what if a time machine's already been successfully created? And what if that's one of Sprocket Aviation's top secret inventions?
A time machine?
Yeah! I even saw something while we were time traveling. I saw a pterodactyl flying through the sky! Maybe the airship was set to travel through time for their honeymoon trip?
What? A pterodactyl?
Objection!
You can't possibly have any evidence to back up your ridiculous time travel story.
Well,
As I thought. In any case, I now have the evidence to prove that you're no more intelligent than Larry.
Not so fast now, Edgy. I'm not the same old Larry you used to know.
Oh?
You want evidence? I've got your evidence right here. This is a photo I secretly took of the first reception.
What?
What?
Oh my god.
Larry, I can't believe you... No, anyway, good job. If we compare the photos of the first and second receptions and can find a difference, then we'll be able to prove that the reception was held twice.
But do you really think such a difference exists?
Yes, Your Honor. We just need some time to find it for you.
This is preposterous.
Very well. Please show the court what's different then.
This is proof positive that the wedding reception was held twice.
Oh, the bouquet's different.
Take that!
Please direct your attention to Miss Wyatt's bouquet of flowers. In the photo one of her in-laws took, the defendant's holding a yellow bouquet. But in the photo Mr. Butts took, she's holding a red bouquet.
You're right.
That's impossible! What does this mean?
It means the defendant really did experience 2 wedding receptions. And she did that when she traveled back through time.
What?
Nick, you did it! You proved Ellen's time travel story to be true!
Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. It's just as Ellen said. The reception was held twice. This turns every assumption we've based this trial on upside down.
Objection!
I refuse to accept such a ludicrous argument. It's pure fiction under the guise of pseudoscience at best. There's simply no such thing as time travel.
I know it's hard, but can't you suspend your disbelief for 1 nanosecond, Edgeworth?
I bet sci-fi movies push all your buttons the wrong way, don't they, Mr. Edgeworth? I could totally picture you yelling, "That never happened," every 5 seconds at the screen. Maybe you should stay away from movie dates altogether.
It's neither here nor there. This is real life we're talking about. But the proof is clearly shown in the 2 photographs.
That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how inexplicable... Fine. I'll entertain your absurd delusion. If only to demolish it before your very eyes. What? Let's start with this then, shall we? There's one thing your time travel theory fails to explain. And that's the memories of the other guests there. The defendant and Larry remember the reception occurring twice, but no member of the Sprocket families even mentioned such a thing. That's because the time machine's classified technology... I'm not done, you bird brain. But bird brain? As I was saying, the entire family's been sworn to secrecy. Then why hadn't they sworn the woman who was marrying into the family to secrecy, too? That's a good point. Honestly, all it takes is even a little common sense, Mr. Wright.
Even still, how do we know that the trip through time really did not occur? There's proof in the photos that it did. And besides, if time travel doesn't exist, well, I'd be a little disappointed, frankly. I was hoping to go back to the days of my youth.
You mustn't allow yourself to be taken in by Mr. Wright's whimsical tales, Your Honor. I've read about it in various literature, you see. And they all say that time travel is just not logically feasible.
Maybe our argument was just a little too nonsensical, Nick.
Well, in that case, why don't we put common sense to the test? Excuse me? The wedding reception was held twice. The photos are proof of that. But it wasn't because of time travel. It's simply because the reception had actually been held twice. Isn't that the most reasonable way to interpret the situation?
Would you care to elaborate, Mr. Wright?
If time travel doesn't exist, then there's only one way to make sense of what happened. Somebody must have orchestrated this strange phenomenon, and that somebody is... the gods! Hold on, I have to save and see what he says. I can't not answer that. Such a mysterious phenomenon could only have been caused by... the gods themselves!
I suppose the gods would be able to rewind time, or make the wedding reception happen twice, wouldn't they?
Indeed they would, Your Honor.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please bring these gods here to testify before this court.
Maya? Do you think you could...
Not a chance.
On behalf of the gods who can't be here today, please have some divine punishment.
That was pretty good. I knew I was reaching with that one. Okay. Anyway. And then along came Zeus.
I mean, I don't...
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's funny, though. Imagine everybody LARPing is really funny.
What if all the guests at the reception conspired together to hold the reception twice and keep quiet about it? What? And for what purpose would they conspire to do such a thing? Well, a brilliant deduction defense.
I thought so.
I can tell that you're not a renowned lawyer for nothing. I must say, I underestimated you. How so, Mr. Nickety? You've managed to name each event precisely as they happened. You've revealed it all to the light of day. Then that means... It was us. We orchestrated the whole thing. Yes, the reception was held twice, but not because of time travel, no. We simply held it a second time. What? Why? Why would you do such a thing? To make it as though the murder Miss Ellen committed never happened. Master Soren figured that if Miss Ellen, who'd killed Bloomsbury after the first reception, experienced the reception one more time, she'd think it was all a dream. It was he who ordered us to make it happen. However, only a few, myself included, knew of Miss Ellen's crime. Are you saying most of the guests attended 2 receptions without knowing why? Indeed. They needed no reason. Master Soren told them to do it, and do it they did. That's the Sprocket way.
Then who hid the body in the lantern?
We did. But we did not anticipate the pedals finding their way in, nor the actions of Mr. Butts. And that's how you intended to cover the whole situation up? There's just one thing everyone here has wrong. The real scene of the murder was not the hold. It was the Vista deck.
What? Then Miss Wyatt's recollection of the events must be correct.
I admit we tried to cover this incident up, but the fact that Miss Ellen killed Bloomsbury is undeniable. This is quite a turn of events. Oh, okay, it's just not true. And so it appears we've arrived at the truth at last.
Now.
Please do feel free to travel back in time, Mr. Wright, and attempt to do this trial over again. Go on.
Let's not get hasty, Edgeworth.
I bet you can't do it.
I bet I can't either!
Your Honor, we'll have to hold a separate trial for the cover-up conspiracy later, but as far as this case goes, I believe we're ready for your ruling.
Objection!
Just before the defendant lost consciousness during her attack, she says she saw someone strike the victim. It's possible that this third party is the true culprit.
Objection!
You still want us to believe the defendant's words? Perhaps you've lost more than your touch during your time abroad. This third-person nonsense is nothing but rubbish, and you know it.
Objection!
But by the same token, how can we trust those who conspired and lied to fool this court of law? For all we know, they might still be hiding something.
You never know when to quit, do you? Now, calm down, both of you. In any case, there isn't enough trustworthy information yet for me to render a verdict. I suggest we continue the trial after both sides have investigated the matter further. Very well, Your Honor.
Phew! That was close.
Mr. Nickety, as for you and your cohort's attempts to cover up this crime, your case will be brought to a separate trial following the resolution of this current one. Understood, Your Honor. Well then, this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned.
Okay. Well, I see. Well, I think given that we're nearly at around 3.5 hours, and that's probably about the halfway point, I assume, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here, and then continue this case next time. So, but since I did make you guys wait for this DLC for a while, I think I'll probably just go ahead and do it again on next Tuesday instead of doing the Tuesday break thing that I usually do. And then yeah, we'll figure out what we're gonna do after that from there. But yeah. So in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and look up to see if we have any fan art real quick, and then show that, and then if we don't, or if we do rather, or like whichever, we'll go on and get out of here after that. So give me just a sec. Yeah, we do have a couple things. So let me just give me just a second to pull up the art, and we'll do that. Okay. Got everything from Tumblr. Let me look at the server real quick. Stream art. Okay. Got that. That. Oh, there goes the plane again. Yeah, see, that one's a little bit louder. I see that on the thing. Wait, LMAO, I'm finishing mine up. Okay, I'll give you a second. Just let me know. I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and start looking at the ones that I already have in here. We could hear it this time. Yeah, that one was pretty loud. But it still showed up on the actual audio input much less than it usually would, so I call that a win. Okay. Very cool. Okay. So, first, starting off with this post by, let's see, the full blog title there. Be the ace you want to see in the world on Tumblr. Whip for the first part of a comic I'm working on about Pearl's perspective of Phoenix's disbarment, plus a couple of pages of related experimental doodles under the cut. So, see this? Very nice coloring here. Very cool. Scroll through here. Very nice. Pearl will be running around playing with her ball as Maya watches on and talks to Nick. Oof. Dang. Gee. Very cool, very cool. Next up, we have this on the Discord server from Monjour. Wanted to make some art of Ellen or of that one SpongeBob bomb meme with Larry and the judge, but wasn't quite feeling it. So for now, here's another work of Apollo and Junie. Very cute. I'm just I have a bomb! Another artwork to share. Inspired by what Athena must be getting up to. Must be up to getting sidelined. Drowsy! Jeez. The fucking SpongeBob ass hook. The hooks! Jeez. Next up, we have this from Pining Tree. Gonna repost this silly Spirit of Justice thingies I made after I watched the last stream forever ago.
Horned Head, this channeling stuff is too complicated.
I can't really help you there. Apollo! Rafa, help me! I'm just reminiscing about Dad, and I think I channeled him. It was only for a moment, but what do I do?
I'm honored that you could tell us something like that. What? Oh yeah.
I'm honored that you could tell us something like this, sis. Sis, what are you talking about?
How could you figure channeling out before me, braided head, and with no training?
Hey, Amara, I know this might be tough to ask, but could you channel Dirk for me? There's something he should know.
It's all right. I understand.
Oh, Apollo, my boy, and that lovely lady, too. What's got you waking me up from the dead? Let it out.
Dirk, Trucy's my half sister.
Crazy, right?
Shit, I really fucked up.
Uh, calling dad back from the dead to tell him that his joke sucked ass. Jeez. Also from Pining Tree. She really went with the guy who said he had a bomb. Whoa, so cool! Pipe bomb, wow! And another from Manjor. Another quick artwork made based on that throwaway crumb of gumshoe. Got this made in respect for his missing presence. Oh no, he's trapped outside. Let him in! Let him in! Hi, Demily. We're just wrapping up. We're doing art. I'm waiting for one piece of art though. TikTok. I'm kidding. No rush. Sorry, you will not be forgiven. Hurry, hurry. Aw, well, thank you. Wow, so nice, so sweet. The longer this art takes, the longer Gumshoe is gonna be sat out in the rain, all sad by himself. What the fuck? How could you do this to him? It's so fucked up that you would do this. It's so wrong. Okay. Well, while we're waiting, also, let's turn off this layer. Let's go back to the menu for just a second. Thoughts on the case so far? I'm liking it so far. I think it's pretty good. There are some like I do kind of wish that the sidelining of Trucy and Athena wasn't so prominent. I get that they're kind of doing the whole like, oh, it's the classic cast, or doing just you know, but it's still a little sad. Oh, wait, shit. Wait. 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 It's the DLC. I don't even know if Athena's gonna show up again, but we're gonna make Phoenix Dawn Tigray for next time. Oh no, you're totally fine, Sabwa. I was just fucking with you for the record. I hope it didn't seem like I was actually trying to like pressure you or anything. But hold on. I'll get it pulled up. Okay. What? Hold on. Let me grab it real quick. There we go. Okay, cool. But ooh, wah. British Nezumi will haunt my dreams. JK also, sorry, Gumshoe, my beloved. I mean, you know, it's funny that you say that because something I'm working on right now actually requires me to be doing a British voice, so that's very funny that you say that. But thank you. This is a really good doodle. I like this a lot. Oh man. I tagged my art wrong on Tumblr. Can we check back, please? Oh yeah, absolutely. The baconing with the 2. Does Larry comment on Trucy being Nick's kid? He doesn't say anything about it, I don't think. He just doesn't really mention Trucy at all. Let me see. Okay. Okay, yeah. It just showed up in the tag. Let me open those real quick. Okay. So, yeah. So this is from I Am in Debt on Tumblr. I want to bash Larry over the head with that frying pan / silly. Saddest wet cat. She is.
Hey Nick, I've become a self-respecting man, and after attending relationship counseling, I've learned to respect women. I'm still a ditz, but I want to help this person because I'm a good person. Good path, Larry. You genuinely piss me off. I ate some cookies today and had some lemonade. Are you 12? Then I played with my planes.
It's fucking awesome. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's really good. All right, well, let's tab through everything again. One more time. So good, so good. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I had a good time. We'll be finishing this case up next week, but obviously we'll have Fate on Friday again as well. Thank you for watching. And... I'm thinking. Okay, real quick. One last question for everybody. Feeling for the room. So do you want me to tell you what we're doing for this slot after we finish Spirit of Justice this week or next week? It's your choice. Now, this week. What's up next? This week. Okay. It seems like everybody wants to know this week, so I'll go ahead and tell you. We are going to start playing the Great Ace Attorney after this. So there you go. That's the answer. Now everybody's been asking me to do it for a very long time. Everybody's been begging. So that's what we're gonna do. So, look forward to that. Have lots of fun even after this game ends. So, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.